there is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you're out there blaming people for shit they've done. This is Black and Black times infinity. I'm your boy, Blue. And on my left, we have Cronus.
I don't blame people for shit they did either.
On my right, we have the old ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
I talked to Trump. He said he didn't do it.
And then not least, we got the hero back in the studio. We have Stitch.
Shout out to that New Orleans Jaguar Valero for killing 6 of its neighbors and living to tell the tale.
Damn.
Oh, they didn't kill it?
No, that thing's chilling.
Still out there?
No, he went back in the cage and was just like, I still got it.
Damn.
I was like, y'all fucking next.
Yeah. Told y'all.
Dude, so kind of piggybacking off of that, I was listening to this podcast about how bullfighting works, and there's this thing about if a bull, like a bull who participates in an event, they have to go through 3 different bullfighters, and if they win, they get to like live out their days in a pasture. And only 2 bulls have done this, and they killed every bullfighter to get to the pasture, dude. It's so fucking funny.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jeez.
That's a guy. That bull's a fucking hero.
I mean, like in that instance, it's like that's what they signed up for. You're like death is part of their job. You know what I mean? Like if you go fight a fucking bull with a goddamn sword, you might lose.
Animals are wild. The animal gonna do animal shit.
Well, the podcast they talked about that bulls are actually pretty docile unless you fuck with them.
Yeah, or tie up their nuts and shoot them up and shit. Yeah, that'll piss anybody off.
So it's my understanding that once they kill the bull, they feast on the bull.
They do. Yeah.
So
but what they should do is I mean, if you're gonna kill an animal, just kill it as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know why you gotta fuck around and torture it.
Turn into a pincushion.
Yeah, they stab it a few times. But yeah, you should definitely check out that podcast. It's How Stuff Works. And the episode's called How Does Bullfighting Work. It's an interesting episode.
I can already hear somebody saying Cronus is a hypocrite because he talks about hunting and how they kill animals and like when they kill exotic game, it's like, well, they're doing the same thing with the bull. Well, it's different. They fucking torture the goddamn bull. Like
Yeah,
if a hunter went out there and like literally took barbed wire and wrapped it around like a giraffe's fucking nuts and then stabbed it a bunch of times, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. But they just fucking shoot it in the heart and it fucking dies within seconds. You know, whatever. You know, and then they feed them. So.
All right, who's first in the chat room?
First in the chat will be Wild Dog. What's going on?
Oh, what's up,
fam?
What's up now?
Listener of the week would be I don't know if she has a nickname. Risha. Risha will be the listener of the week. Thank you very much. We all know her. She's a family.
That's fam.
Nice.
That's fam.
And
That's fam.
quick shout out to my cousin. I'm gonna call him Blue too, because he has the same exact name as me, except for middle name. He's got a different middle name, but he's been listening to the podcast, and so he's kind of turned him on to the show.
Nice.
Awesome.
What? Oh. So, who's leading us where?
Who's dead?
Oh. Your boy, folks who got ate up by your jaguar.
Oh, those are animals.
Yeah.
Normal folks.
Dang,
I
people.
thought it ate somebody.
We ain't fucking PETA, bro. Animals ain't people.
Wait, wasn't there a lion that killed some hunters?
Yeah.
Like there was like a
Yeah.
he killed like 6 poachers or some shit.
Yeah.
Poachers get fucked up in Africa, either by other animals or by people. There's like people that hunt poachers in Africa.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Welcome to the jungle.
I don't know if y'all covered this while I was not here. He's a big comic artist.
Yeah, we did.
Steve Ditko.
Yeah, he's a co-creator of Spider-Man, right?
Yes.
And a Fantastic Six or something. I don't know.
Fantastic Four.
Good God.
Fantastic Six.
Dude, remember the Bionic Six, that cartoon?
I do not.
With the whole family, like there was they were all there was a mom and a dad, and all the kids were. It's an animation, and the mom and the kids were all adopted, but they all had superpowers. I think it was based off of the Bionic Man, and then.
Oh yeah, this looks familiar now.
Yeah, and there was like an Asian kid and like another like. The show was interesting back in the day.
It does look sort of familiar.
Yeah, I can play. Let's see. Do we have the intro?
I think the first one's the intro.
Let's see here.
So we are watching the intro to this. When did this come out?
Oh, like in the 80s.
Wow, this looks old as fuck.
Yeah.
This looks.
Oh god.
Oh, with the watches. Holy
Yeah.
shit! I forgot about
This looks like Ace and Gary.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This almost looks like the ambiguously gay duo.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Let's see, here you go. This is the intro.
We are a family. They fight for me. Close as we can be.
Wow. All right, that's enough Not the post on YouTube. Yeah, that's pretty.
That's the Bionic 6. Definitely look up the actual game, the full introduction video or whatever.
Good grief.
Wow, that's crazy. Speaking of the $6 million man, you know that they're rebooting that?
Are they?
And they're calling it the $6 billion man.
I was gonna say that up the ante.
Yeah, so they're
$6
making
million isn't that much money anymore.
I believe. I think Mark Wahlberg.
You can get a house in Palo Alto maybe with that.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
or a bionic knee.
Damn. Down payment. Oh yeah, it is. So apparently they're developing it with Mark Wahlberg.
Mocky Mark and the Wall Barn.
I remember back in the day they had the $6 million man, they had the $6 million woman, then they had like their crossover mini movie thing, just craziness.
Well, it's funny because Robot Chicken did a spoof of that, and they had the Bionic Man had the Bionic Woman get enhancements in certain areas, like they
Bionic
gave her
snatch?
bigger boobs. She had impacts in her knees, so she can be on her knees a little bit longer, and then she also had like a jerking motion in her.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's fucking funny.
That sounds like some Robot Chicken shit.
It's bionic hooker right there. Pleasure for all, y'all. Pleasure for all.
We need the sound from. Remember the sound every time the Bionic Man jumped, and they had that like weird like.
I can't think of it, but I know what it sounds like in my head. I can't imitate it.
Yeah, it's like super weird. But
And then also, for those that don't know, Prodigy is down in San
Fuck shit.
yeah, fuck Prodigy.
Yeah, the Russians took him.
He got trapped by a Russian voodoo spy.
They hired him to find out how dank his means can be.
He's down in San Diego with the for the San Diego Comic-Con and everything. He flew down yesterday. This morning.
Yeah.
So
and I'll be going down there tomorrow morning to meet up with him. I think tonight him and was it Dan and Giovanni?
Daniel and Giovanni?
Yeah, I think they might podcast tonight or tomorrow. So we'll see.
We should have said it was part of the Russian troll factory.
Yeah.
They recruited him.
I'm telling you, they had a Russian voodoo trapped him up.
All right, so why do we have the Emmys on here? Anybody here watch the Emmys?
The nominations.
I didn't even know anything about that, Mace.
Because they were talking about, I guess, one of the big takeaway was Sandra Oh. Asian female actress. She's the first Asian female to be nominated for a Emmy as a lead actress.
So wait, is the Emmys for movies or for TV shows?
TVs, miniseries, cable TVs. I think.
She was in that Arliss show.
She was in Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy, right?
Grey's Anatomy as well. Yeah.
She Korean American?
She's Canadian.
Okay. Oh.
Gotcha.
Put that on boot.
Everyone went quiet. They're like, oh, it's not American. But yeah, she's the first Asian female to be nominated and whatnot. I know Mr. Robot got nominated for Emmys, which I totally forgot. I think it's coming back in the fall, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Because normally it's in the summertime. I think they push it back into the fall.
I think they push it to October.
Dude, that.
Yes, she is Korean.
Okay.
Her ethnicity, background.
I did see some. There was a lot of good Emmy nominations for comedy and everything. I think Atlanta was one that was up there.
Yeah.
Blackish was.
Oh, and then Keenan from SNL, he got nominated for his first Emmy. And then I think what leads the pack is Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones wasn't on this past year though.
Not this year, but in the spring. No, season 8. There's 7. This is earlier this year.
There was no Game of Thrones this. I can't even remember.
Yeah, but it was nominated. It has the most Emmys. So
okay.
And then the second most Emmys goes to or nominations, I should say.
Well, it goes from. It's not just the calendar year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going through the list real quick. For drama series, we have. I'm just gonna list off the ones I fucking know. So there's Game of Thrones. It's on here. Stranger Things, This Is Us, and Westworld. Which is good because Westworld was pretty fucking dang.
Westworld has the second most nominations.
Comedy is Blackish, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Silicon Valley. Wait,
Glow's
on there. Glow's fucking great. If y'all haven't watched the second season, it's fucking good.
Is that the one about
The wrestler one?
It's a wrestler one,
Okay.
yeah, but it's like it's really funny because it's based in the 80s and they all have like the 80s hairdo and shit, or 80s everything, and it's just really good drama. Mark Maron is like one of the main characters and he's an asshole, and he's fucking hilarious, man.
Nice.
And this chick, what's her name? I think her name is Allison Brie. She looks like super average, like normally with normal clothes, but then when she dresses up like her wrestler thing, for some reason she's like super hot to me. She's like this Russian girl named Zoya. It's fucking hilarious.
Nice. That's on HBO?
No, it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, is your show on here? Your pimp show? What was the name of it?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that that one.
What's the name of
I
that?
cannot think of it. It's got Maggie Gyllenhaal, but I cannot think of the name of the show off the top of my head. But
Is it
that
on
was
HBO?
good. Yeah, about the pimp game.
I saw a trailer for what's that movie with The Rock in it, or the TV show with The Rock on HBO.
Oh, Ballers.
Oh, Ballers?
Yeah, that actually looked pretty entertaining.
That's just
Ballers is
hella
fun.
funny.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a newish Entourage, except it's a little bit sports themed, which you might not know what's going on with.
Not even just a little bit. Yeah.
Wait, so did you know that the main dude in Ballers is
Yeah.
Denzel's son?
Yep.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was his son until we saw the trailer for Black America.
Yeah, he's really good. He's a really good actor.
You didn't see his face? Doesn't he like look like Denzel?
Oh yeah,
I don't think so.
The way his expressions and everything, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's definitely Denzel's son.
That's like one of the Wayne's brothers' son.
He actually was in NFL also.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was
wow.
running back for the Rams.
Oh.
I don't know if he actually made the team on like a roster, full roster, but I know he was like with them for like training camp, preseason, and everything. John David
Malcolm or
Washington.
John?
John. Yeah, John David Washington. Yeah, he's hilarious in the show.
I can see how he doesn't look like him,
Yeah.
especially with the beard.
When he starts to look at the one to the right, but yeah, second, yeah,
Which
no,
one?
the
This
one
one?
with him side by side with Denzel.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
If you squint your eyes.
Yeah,
I
we're
guess.
looking at pictures of Denzel and his son side by side.
What do y'all think? Here's the. They don't
Not
look.
sure.
Don't look that much the same.
No.
No.
Those of you in the future, you're gonna have to find us on YouTube to see.
Yeah.
Look at your mom. I mean,
what?
I meant to say, look. What does his mom look like? But for some reason I just said, look at it. Look at your mom.
Insulting Denzel.
Damn. All right. So yeah, the Emmys. I don't even know when the Emmys happen. I don't even know the last time I actually watched the Emmys.
Never that I can recall.
Yeah, I'm not a big. You know me. I'm not a big fan of the industry just jerking each other off. Oh, look at us. We're so fucking spiritual. Fuck that. I like the people's choice. Like the ones that were people vote for it. I get those, but the other ones, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, don't mean shit to me.
Was it MTV Movie Awards or some shit? Was this weekend or something?
I thought that was like weeks ago. I know they had the movie
no idea.
awards.
Those used to be fun.
Yeah, they used to be.
The only thing that was cool that I saw was the Tiffany Haddish, Kylo Ren skit.
That was
shit
fucking
was
funny.
Fucking
That shit was
hilarious.
great.
Yeah, watch that one too.
She did a really good
Holy
job.
shit, that was hella funny.
I actually watched some of Girl Trip or whatever movie they're in. 'Cause there's Girls Trip and there's Girls Night Out or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same movie. Except
Yeah, basically.
One's white,
Yeah,
one's
one's-
black.
Yeah.
One that's ScarJo.
The black one did really good.
Yeah, but I didn't get to complete it, but man, that fucking movie was so funny in the beginning. Like Tiffany had me fucking rolling.
Yeah,
But I kind of hate when they have like the girl play like, oh, I want to fuck every guy type of role, and it's funny because she wants to fuck all the guys. I don't like humor like that, but she was still pretty funny.
I like it if it was true. But those would be considered whores. Yeah. So nothing wrong with whores though.
That's frowned upon in society, unfortunately.
Get your freak on, girl.
A bunch of stuffy ass dudes. That's why they end up fucking dudes in bathrooms.
Like Jessica Jones.
They got to keep it secret.
Yes. So what's going on with our country now? Going on with what was that? I can't even remember. I never like
Number
saying his
45?
name.
Donald Trump, Putin.
Dotard. That's what I was
Dotard.
calling. Yeah.
Derek had a good question for me on the side. He's asking why I think our president committed treason, and so I'll try to break it down for a second, I guess. But basically, he sided with Russia, even though he said he misspoke. But he's
day
basically
later.
covering up treason with fucking incompetence, which doesn't fly in my mind. He said that even though there's been all these agencies and independent councils and all that shit, that pretty much everybody has said that Russia 100% definitely meddled in our elections. And then he said when he was in front of Putin, he said no, they didn't do anything to interfere with our elections at all.
Yeah.
And that's he's going against our own government, so that would be treason.
Against the intelligence sector of our government.
Yeah, and I know that people have brought up before, that when we had the start of the Iraq War that they were saying, oh, well, there ended up not being any weapons of mass destruction. Well, that's true and not true. One thing is we did find yellow cake uranium, which is not, I understand, a nuclear fucking
Yellow
bomb.
cake!
But it's how you start building a nuclear bomb. And he did have chemical weapons that were weapons of mass destruction. He used them on, I think it was the Kurds. I can't remember which group. Yeah, but he definitely used those. So people just keep, when they think about weapons of mass destruction, they keep thinking about nuclear weapons, and it's not just nuclear weapons.
Yeah, chemical weapons will fuck you up.
And all that stuff was after the fact. Even though we didn't find nuclear bombs, we went in, but it wasn't, nobody said at the time, oh no, I don't fucking believe him. You know what I mean? Like everybody was pretty much in the same boat saying, hey, that's what he did, because we saw that he gassed people with VX gas. So
it looks like the statement that the president, oh God, I can't believe I said that. He says that the sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't, or why it wouldn't be Russia. But before he didn't say that, he said, I don't see any reason why I would or would not, or it would not be, or it would. Fuck, it's so complicated
right now.
What the fuck he said? Like, even when he went back and corrected himself, it's like, dude, you already said what you said. Like, it didn't make any sense for him to go back and correct himself. It's him covering his tracks.
I can't. I am sort of numb to just. It's daily almost with just some sort of crazy ridiculousness going on between Russia and Putin and him meeting, and then I went over to North Korea and they agreed not to do this, and all of a sudden they're still doing shit, and we're not going to pay attention to that. It's too much for me to even get all up in arms about.
Well, I'm wondering, is that where there's a new meme that came out yesterday or today that says hey, I talked to the Joker and he said he didn't do it.
There are so many. I've even made a couple, but they're so great. It's like the one with I think it was George W. Bush. He's all like, talk to Osama bin Laden. He said he didn't do it.
Yeah.
And then there's the ones with Star Wars are great, like where Padme and Obi-Wan are sitting there, and Padme's like, oh, I talked to Anakin. He said he didn't do it. And then Luke Skywalker's like, oh yeah, no, it's Vader or Luke Skywalker saying they talked to the Emperor and they say the Emperor didn't do it, or he didn't blow up Alderaan. There's a bunch of variations. They're all hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like he just got punked by Putin. Again. And that's weak bitch status to me. He talks about how strong he is. Just stand up to the guy. He's acting like he's gonna shut up until he walks away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's come on, man.
It's like that scene from Friday where it's he told me to shut up, but when he leave, I be talking again.
Yeah. I gave the guy a chance. I gave him a chance. Y'all heard it on the podcast, and he used up all them chances real fucking quick. I was like, God damn, just burn away. I was like, yo, this is record time, y'all. But whatever. He's a jackass. Yeah. So.
And then I don't know. Did you guys bring up? I guess how he's going to now nominate a second Supreme Court justice, or he actually already nominated the guy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, people are complaining about it, but the other guy that was replaced, I think that he didn't do a terrible job. This guy, I guess it's a swing vote, but I mean, he's gonna have a more of a conservative guy on there, but I don't know.
Have you guys seen the latest thing that's trending right now about Trump? So if you Google Trump, if you Google stupid, Trump is the first thing that comes up.
If you Google idiot.
If you Google idiot. Yeah, if you Google idiot, Trump comes up. Even if you look in Google Images, he's all over on Google Images.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm surprised that Ruth Bader Ginsburg hasn't retired yet, because she's old as fuck. Yeah, and if she retires while Trump is in, then we're probably really fucked. Because I seriously doubt he'll vote in somebody that's to the left like she is.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I'd have to do. I wish we had a nice little political science sort of major for trivia fact to see how the most Supreme Court justices a president has nominated. Because he's at 2, and I mean, obviously it's a lifetime appointment, so they don't really normally they don't switch that often. It just seems to everyone's rolling out at the same time.
It should not be a lifetime appointment. That is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
That's true.
It's so fucking dumb. You have pretty much the highest rank in America. You know what I mean? Because you can say no to anything that somebody tries to pass.
I would say it's the most influential position in the United States.
Yeah, it's by a bunch of really old fucks.
They should have like a similar policy like they have with the presidency.
They only get paid like $300,000 a year.
Yeah, how you can only be like in term for like 2 years, like a maximum of 8 years. Like that's how it should be for all the political parties that they have there.
Yeah, there needs to be term limits on everything, and there's not here in America. I think that's the problem that we're having is because we have people that have like this really old way of thinking that haven't caught up to the modern times. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, there's problems with modern time thinking, but you need to have kind of a middle ground. You're not getting it when you have people that are 60 plus years old still holding office when they should be fucking retired.
Yeah.
The reason you need to have fresh ideas in there. You're getting the same old decrepit ideas from people that got into office, in like the fucking 50s. It's like what the fuck. Mm-hmm. There was still like really bad shit going on in the 50s that they probably agreed with. Like well, I don't think segregation was back then. Actually, was it?
Segregation was a.
I can't remember what year that was that stopped, but that was around the same time. They were definitely alive during segregation.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Luckily, they made the right decision.
So, yeah, not everybody.
Go there.
Yeah, it wasn't a sweeping vote.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't 11-0 or whatever.
Yeah.
When was it? Wow. 1964 was the Civil Rights Act.
Yeah.
1964?
Yeah, so that was during the time of segregation.
I remember we were alive when Thomas got in. That was at like 95, like 92-ish, 93. And then they had, I guess, the one where they didn't want to let Obama pick it because he was up for election or whatever. So they were like, no, you can't pick blah, blah, blah. So I can recall 3, but I could be wrong. I'm probably missing.
The latest one that I know is Sonia Sotomayor. That's the one John McCain, he was adamantly against.
Was that the one just now?
The Hispanic. She was the first Hispanic.
Okay. So I might have missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was really vehemently against.
Did he retire? The one that he replaced. Was that for the guy that passed away?
I don't remember. Okay. I don't know if he passed away or if he retired.
There was one that passed away, like the one that during like Obama's last year or whatever.
Maybe he did pass away because she was the last one I know that got appointed.
I think.
Well, what's his name? Scalia.
Scalia
died.
was the one that passed away. Yeah.
We're getting really political in this one.
Yeah.
We got the next subject cannot be political. Even though I don't mind, but our listeners probably don't. They probably do mind.
Are we supposed to talk about ass and titties?
We can talk about ass and titties. You want to talk? Blue, how was your reunion?
So, okay. First part of the story, or a funny part of the story, like just my wife, the sweetness, she's Mexican, right? But she's like,
went?
Huh? Yeah, she went.
You want to get into a fight with your family?
Oh, no. Right. But I was waiting to come in there because there's like a meme going around that says like, if you bring your girl to a family function and if your uncle don't say, I see you, nephew, then it means it ain't working. It's not going to work out. It means you're single. But like, yeah, nobody said that. But like, yeah, Nancy was like the only like non-black person there, which is kind of interesting. But no, it was a good time. Like I got to meet like a whole bunch of family members I've never met before.
Isn't that what most family reunions are about?
No, but this is like a whole. I didn't know anybody. Like, cause the blue side of my family, like I've only met my dad like maybe about 7 years ago, and most of my family. So I got family in North Carolina, New York, Florida, in Louisiana, Chicago. Like the blues are all over the goddamn place. It's kind of crazy.
Taking over.
Yeah, we're fucking taking over. But yeah, like I have cousins that could sing. Some that are like I have a few doctors in my family. Like I also got to get the history of my dad's side of the family. So like his father lived out in Louisiana, and everybody kept telling him that he needs to move to the west because that's where like everything's kind of popping off. And this is like in 1945, maybe earlier than that. But like he came here, opened up a barbershop,
getting away from that racism.
Yeah, basically.
1940 Louisiana was
holes
not,
and shit. Dogs sticked on you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he opened up a barbershop. Like he used to work for Firestone Tires. Like he used to do all the different shit. But then like his brothers came over here and they started kind of doing the same thing. They kind of opened up their own barbershop. So like I guess cutting hair is like in the family blood or whatever. But it was pretty cool. It was really cool meeting everybody. And like so. I'm not gonna say my first name on a podcast, but my first name is very common in the family. So there's a few more, like my
a few blues.
My dad has. I'm a junior. My dad's a senior. But then my grandfather has the same name too. But since his middle name is different, he's not considered a junior or whatever.
Okay.
That doesn't make my dad a junior, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, I got cousins with the same name. I got another uncle with the same name because he's named after my grandfather. So there's a lot of Blues in the Blues family, which is kind of cool. But it was so.
Hold on, Lou. You know what they should do?
What?
When you have kids and it's the same name, instead of having like junior and senior, it should just be like Super Saiyan levels.
Oh yeah.
like with George Foreman. George Foreman's got like 8 of them running around.
Oh yeah, they're all named George.
That's a real dick move.
Yeah.
You know what I think that is? Because he probably had like head trauma.
He can't remember their names.
I ain't trying to remember shit. You're all named George. Even the girls, fuck them. Not even Georgette. Georgia. No, fuck that. George.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like if I have kids and if I name my son after me, that I would call him like Blue the Third or some shit like that. Like Lupin, like the anime Lupin, or like what Kings and Queens did and shit like that. Like
I ain't going with the third. I'm the third. There will not be a fourth. No, there'd be different names. Putting that name on the shelf.
Crazy.
But so they had so we had dinner in Embassy Suites in Anaheim, and
My favorite hotel.
yeah, but this one sucked though.
Really?
Yeah, you know how like they have not continental breakfast, they have complimentary breakfast. So continental breakfast means it's just like pastries, some cereal, maybe some pancakes, and that's it. But this one they have like an omelet station. They have like all kind of fruit and vegetables and stuff. Like have orange juice, coffee, all this. But man, their fucking breakfast sucks.
I was about to say, first of all, your level of breakfast is elevated because of where you work, and they pamper the fuck out of you.
That's true, but no, like the bacon.
Where's the cream fraiche?
No, but like the bacon was like really like crappy. Like it was soggy and it wasn't like nice and crispy. But then the taste too. It tastes like they cooked it in a pan that wasn't clean, so it had like a metallic taste to it. So it was really gross. And then like the eggs were like kind of hard. And then like
just tipped over the buffet table. You're like, this is bullshit.
What is this garbage?
What is this gruel?
But another cool thing about the Embassy
Prison?
Another cool thing about the Embassy Suites, they have complimentary happy hour.
Yeah, that's the best.
But they give you like the shittiest of the shittiest ass alcohol, dude.
Complimentary happy hour.
That's the way it's always been.
Yep.
For like the longest time. And if you have like status, you can get some of the higher.
I've lived on this earth for 37 years and I did not know
Embassy
that.
Suites, Embassy Suites is shit because it like the rooms are suites. Like you have a room, there's a door, and there's like a living room. So everything's kind of separated. Unlike a hotel where it's like the bed and like that.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, it's fucking.
So it was just like Taka vodka or something, or like
it's like well drinks.
Yeah.
I mean, sure,
and they don't really have.
You still get fucked up.
Well, you have to have like a whole bunch of drinks to get fucked
you're gonna
up.
be feeling it in the morning.
And then the next day you're gonna feel that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, you're gonna feel like
head gonna
shit.
feel like rocks.
Yeah. But like, but for some reason, I think their ice machine, or it might have been either the ice machine or maybe the water was bad because like the drinks were fucking gross. I mean, like I had to have shots just because like the drinks that they were giving me like just.
Because you're an alcoholic.
Oh, maybe that could be it too. But I do like the finer things finer things in life now, so maybe that could be it. But I tried as hard as I could to get drunk. I just couldn't get there. Like I had like maybe 4 shots of tequila. I had like a mid-shift old fashioned. I had a James and ginger, or Irish whiskey and ginger. I had like some shots of just straight up whiskey.
I've been toast.
Yeah, I was. Dude, it's so like such cheap alcohol. Like you wouldn't. Yeah. You probably could have made it through. But then like the beers they had was Coors.
That's it.
And
Bud Light,
some other water thing. Yeah, but like. But that's all they had. But yeah, at the reunion they also had they had a fucking Michael Jackson impersonator, and dude was horrible. I mean, like you're trying to imitate the King of Pop. Like you gotta like bring it. Like his dance moves weren't on point. Like his singing wasn't that great. Like it's like
that sounds good.
So the moonwalk, you had the asteroid walk.
Yeah. Maybe it was copywritten, so you couldn't use the real lines. But no, overall, it was pretty fun. Meeting everybody was really cool. And then like some people was like, "Oh, I didn't know your dad had another son." I was like, "Come here, let me tell you about what happened." But yeah, it was still pretty fun. And like we went to Disneyland on last Friday. So Friday was Disneyland. Saturday was the family reunion with dinner and everything, and then Sunday was church service, which I skipped because I don't do that. But yeah, we also had shirts. Like everybody got a shirt that they could wear that says Blue Family Reunion 2018. That was really cool. But one of my cousins, he's from Louisiana. And another one of my cousins took him to a dispensary here in California. And I ran to this dude on the elevator. I'm like, "Hey man, how you doing?" He's like, "Dude, I'm fucking good." I'm like, "What?" He's like, I just came back from the dispensary with one of our cousins, and man, I'm chill. I was like, yeah, I can smell you, bro. I can smell you.
Like good California weed.
Yeah.
Smelling loud.
Yeah, right, for real. But overall, it was a lot of fun.
Good.
So, did y'all see this fan like service to the max? Dropped, was it a day ago? 2 days ago?
I didn't. Well, I saw it, but I didn't see it. I saw like that it was out. I just didn't watch it. Yeah.
Anybody else see this?
No, I haven't. So it was Uncharted.
Yes. So
Movie?
there's an Uncharted. It's a 14-minute fan film.
14 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's about 14 minutes,
And it's
roughly.
Get close to the mic.
It's a 14-minute fan film. It stars Nathan Fillion as Nathan Drake, but it also has
Nathan Fillion.
he's
He was in Firefly.
yeah, he's in Firefly.
He looks like
Nathan Drake. Yeah, he looks like a live version or a real life version of Nathan Drake. But
I can see it, yeah.
it also stars Stephen Lang as Sully. So, yeah, so it has some pretty interesting stuff. It does a lot of. It has. He's dressed as Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4. So he has the, there's Nathan Fillion right there.
Yeah,
so we're looking at pictures of Nathan Fillion for those of you who are not watching us live.
That's him in Drake.
Yeah, that's him in character there.
Interesting.
It's like 14 minutes or whatnot. Ernie Reyes is in it. He whoops his ass for a second, but then he manages to get out of it. And there's a cool little scene where it looks like a live action version of like the game. And it's funny because IGN put in like the HUD from the game while you're playing. It's
Nice.
fucking dope.
Good.
It's a cool little spot. It made me want the rest of this movie. Like, I need this with Nathan Fillion as Nathan
I was
Drake.
gonna say, did it make you want to play the game? Because
It did. I
you
actually
haven't played the damn Uncharted games.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what are you talking about? I played all 4 of them and beat them.
I
And
thought you were
played
still on
last
your whole
section.
boycott PlayStation.
No,
You bought a PlayStation.
fuck the gay station. But yeah, I bought one
You
though.
make an excuse not to play the game.
I actually bought the Uncharted PlayStation 4,
So
so I have a blue PlayStation.
Uncharted, one of the game developers said that in the game, when you're getting injured, it's actually your luck meter going down, and when you get shot, that's when you're out of luck in the game.
Oh yeah,
So
because
it's not you actually getting shot; it's your luck going down because you're lucky in the game, and so the bullets missing you is luck, but only so many times. Like in a certain amount of time.
I saw this report. They say because when you play the game, there's no health meter.
Yeah.
There's just like the screen goes red and
Everything
red.
goes, goes to gray or whatever.
When you're super fucked up, it goes gray. It goes black and white. But yeah, there's no health meter. And then one of the developers came out and said that.
Looking at some of these still images from the I guess mini movie, it looks like a legit film. Like this looks like screenshots from a fucking Hollywood blockbuster movie.
It feels like a Hollywood movie. Like I felt like this was like a really long snippet from a much bigger movie.
Well, I remember they did one for Tomb Raider maybe a couple years ago, like a fan thing with her jumping around with the pickaxe, and that one was pretty badass. Also.
You sure that wasn't the trailer for the latest?
No, I'm very, very, very sure.
The one that I saw was the fan film by Joseph Kahn for the Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was
was the
gonna say
R-rated one because that was 15 minutes also.
That was fucking.
That was
good.
fucking crazy because they were cussing. There was blood. People died.
Titties.
Yeah, it was titties. Oh yeah. So there's the huge battle was back when they uploaded it to YouTube. It was uncensored because there's a scene where the Black Ranger is in bed with 2 legit porn stars and they're fully naked. So people kept YouTube take it down, and then everyone who like copied it kept putting it up, and they kept shooting it down. By the middle of the day, they found a new I think Venmo or Vimeo or whatever.
Yeah, Vimeo.
Yeah, they ended up hosting it uncensored, so you could watch it there for free, uncensored. So
I think it's still there.
it probably is. Yeah, it's really cool. It was like I didn't know like the complete history, but it really centered on the search for Tommy, the Green Ranger, because he went missing, and what was it, the Red Ranger?
Well, the Pink Ranger is looking for her. I think they brought back a few of the.
Well, they interrogate Pink Ranger, and she's played by Katie Sackhoff.
Yeah.
So she gets her ass whooped in interrogation, just like she was whooping someone else's ass in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. But then there's a fucking giant twist at the end. Like, holy shit, I did not see that fucking coming.
And they actually brought in one of the actresses who played Rita Repulsa to reprise her role. So it came out pretty good. This
you ever see the what's the name of that girl? The Dora Explorer fucking mini movie?
Yeah, the live action one. Yeah,
that shit's fucking funny.
It has Selena Gomez as Dora the Explorer. Where
that's right. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's got hella guns and shit. I was like, what the fuck? fuck is going on?
Fans could make some good ass shit because I know there's one out there where it's Batman versus the Predator or
Oh,
Batman
I saw
versus
that one.
Predator
That was
versus
good.
the aliens. Oh, that shit's fucking
That was good. Actually, did
What?
you see the Batman versus Darth Vader?
Yes.
Oh, that was
well,
actually
that
pretty
one
fucking
that
good.
was cool because they had two different
that one.
endings.
Yeah, I've only seen one ending, but yeah, it was still really. The production was really good.
Yeah,
I was really impressed.
Because like Darth Vader captured Superman, and so Batman was going to go try to save him, and then Batman and Vader have the fight scene. There's two endings. One, there's Batman wins. There's one where Darth Vader wins, and it's both of them are fucking epic.
How the
Yeah,
fuck
it's pretty
Batman
fucking dope.
win in this scenario?
Prep time, bro.
Prep time.
Well, he used a EMP to disable Vader's oxygen thing, but he's able to use the Force to keep himself alive. And then I think Batman uses a lightsaber
Obviously,
too.
This can of beer knows more about the Star Wars. Fucking, because I was like, is it that even? I don't know. I know he has the Force.
Yes, that's possible because
Okay.
he has like the suit that you see Darth Vader in. It's like a life support.
Yeah.
So Vader needs a suit to do the Force.
No, he
no,
needs a suit to stay
live.
alive.
To stay alive, yeah.
I mean, technically, he can stay alive for a while, like without the suit, but he ain't doing much else because he
Yeah.
doesn't have both of his. He's missing 2 legs
What?
and an
His
arm.
arms.
What?
He's missing.
Yeah,
No, he's missing
yeah.
all of his limbs.
No, he has like I think he has 1 hand, doesn't he?
No, he's missing
Vader?
all of his limbs.
I thought Vader's like a full functioning adult.
No.
Pretty sure. How would you?
He's more cyborg.
Yeah.
So he loses his first arm in Clone Wars, and then he loses everything else.
Oh, his hand. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
He
Okay.
loses, because
Yeah.
he's missing all of his limbs ultimately.
Yeah. So yeah, that suit isn't. It's like him is just like in the core. Basically.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
explain this?
You
Oh, yeah.
gotta watch it. You should have been head watch.
He got fucked up by Obi-Wan. Real
Yeah,
bad.
Obi-Wan fucks him up.
Yeah, let them.
The high ground.
So is it a
for
robot
dead.
suit?
Yeah,
He's a cyborg.
Basically, yeah. He's basically RoboCop.
Yeah,
That's the best way to put it. RoboCop with the Force.
I'm gonna steer away from that rabbit hole.
Well, it was interesting
I'm
because
so
there was a YouTube or a podcast or something. They explained how his suit works and what all the different buttons are for.
Yeah, watch
It's
that.
kind of
one, too.
interesting.
And then the what's his name? The Emperor gave him like a kind of a shitty suit on purpose to keep him angry all the time.
Yeah.
Because like if you ever watch like the first ones, like you ever see who General Grievous is?
no.
He's like this fucking crazy cyborg fucking thing where all he has is basically like an organ sac in his brain.
Is
in
he
his eyes.
related to CP3?
No. He was like this badass warrior they put in like this fucking cyborg body, but all he has literally is like a sack full of his organs and then his brain and his eyes.
So he's like Krang.
Everything else. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
Krang. But he's like fucking OP.
Imagine
Yeah.
Krang with a set of lungs.
Yeah, but he's like super OP for a while in the show, and basically Darth Vader could have had like something similar to that, but the Emperor gave him a shitty suit to make him angry all the time. So like he's constantly itchy when he's in the suit, and shit doesn't work right, and it's like really shitty fucking life support. So
Like he's
yeah.
almost on the brink of death.
So he has a
all the
shitty
fucking
suit
time.
now.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, he's dead.
Well, he's
so.
dead now, but yeah.
Who?
Vader. Yeah, Vader.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I seen him do that. He fucked
seen
up.
him?
I seen him do that. Whatever stuff.
That was in the past, though. That was a prequel.
Oh goddamn it.
Yeah. You gotta watch all that shit.
I
You
was asleep.
fucking
I was-
hater.
I was half asleep.
Hater.
I seen him. The stormtrooper. They were in a hallway and he was doing Vader shit.
Oh yeah, that's when he was whole. That's when he was whole.
No,
loses
he
all
wasn't
that.
whole in that one.
Well, no, when he storms in the Jedi Temple, yeah.
So
No.
Anakin kills him or Luke kills him.
He is Anakin.
Well, yeah, it's Anakin. You never wondered why? Like every time you saw him, like he had that weird.
I just thought it was just for effect.
Literally,
I thought he had asthma.
it's like an iron lung, bro. It's like it's on life
I just thought it was like with fucking Bane just talking just
Oh.
at the fucking thing. I was like, oh, it's the Bane thing.
No. It's life support.
Oh wow. Anyway,
I didn't know he was fucking
yeah,
paraplegic.
he's fucked up. You should actually sit down and
No,
watch them.
never.
Piece of shit.
Watch the animations. The animations are better.
Actually, a lot of them are pretty good. But anyway, back
like
to
the
Uncharted. Nathan Fillion fucking killed it.
Vader's Mr. Oblong.
Damn it. That fucking show.
Oh shit.
But yeah, Uncharted fan flick. It's about 10 to 14 minutes. It's definitely worth checking out, especially if you're an Uncharted fan. Does a lot of cool shit. A lot of throwback to the series. There's some stuff that alludes to the gameplay of the game. It's actually really cool. It's got a great cast. There you go.
Interesting.
Trying to pull up some shit for.
So, has there been any news on the official Uncharted movie last? There was like rumors that Tom Holland was supposed to play like young Drake.
Oh, I heard about that. And then like Mark Wahlberg was supposed to be old Drake.
That's Darth Vader.
Good God.
Yeah, he's all fucked up.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be angry too.
Is that actor still alive? The one that played him originally?
He was a bodybuilder, so probably not.
I thought it was the black dude that was Vader.
He did the voice.
He's the voice. Yeah, but that wasn't him underneath.
They never pulled back the mask?
They did.
They do.
They did, yeah.
And they showed he's a white dude.
So the guy that actually is in the suit, he's like a bodybuilder, but he doesn't sound like a menacing guy.
Okay.
So they got James Earl Jones to do the voice.
But when they pulled the mask off the one time or whenever the fuck they did, was it James Earl Jones?
No.
It was a white dude.
White dude.
Okay.
Luke would have been like, "You ain't my father. What the fuck?"
You gotta watch the.
Nope.
No, it's, you have to watch the rant from Chasing Amy, where the dude he goes off about how Vader's like one of the most badass black dude in the fucking universe, and then you find out later on that he's some crusty old white dude. It's one of the best rants about Star Wars ever, written by Kevin Smith.
Dude, the comics are actually really good. There's a Darth Vader solo comic right now. And
yeah, is it still Vader Down or something different?
It's just called Darth Vader.
Okay, because I know Vader Down I heard was really, really good.
I haven't read that one, but like the last episode of Darth Vader, the one that came out a couple weeks ago, they showed how General Tarkin was like a badass. I didn't know he was like that much of a badass. He's like this badass hunter that pretty much takes down Darth Vader with like a crew, but he takes down Darth Vader.
Does he have Grand Admiral Thrawn with him?
No, it's him with like a bunch of like kind of throwaway characters that are like they're assisting him to hunt. So they're all like specialists.
Oh, okay.
So the guy that played Vader is still alive. His name is David Prowse. Yeah, and
isn't he like 6 something?
He's 85. He's 83.
No, his height.
Oh, height.
Yeah, he played Vader in the 70s.
Oh man, he was a big guy as a wrestler.
Big dude, isn't he?
So you gonna shed a tear when he dies?
Probably.
I wish they make a fucking Star Killer movie from Star Wars Unleashed.
Star Wars, yeah, but that's not real canon anymore.
Is it Unchained or Unleashed?
It's Unleashed. Force Unleashed.
They could always make it canon by just making a movie about it.
Yeah, they'd have to like change a few things around, but I don't see that happening.
I mean, they made Lando Pan.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Bring him back with Cool 45. Guys.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next. I got something to talk about because yesterday somebody hacked my shit and tried to rob me, but joke's on them. So let me get the backstory. All right. So I was going to jiu-jitsu and I got an email that I bought tickets to some movie from my AMC account. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't do it. It's not a big deal. I thought maybe it was a mistake. And then, like, after I was done rolling, I saw, like, 4 more emails come through. And I was like, oh, shit. So I look, and somebody in Texas, Dallas, Texas, they bought tickets with them and their kid, then, like, $50 worth of fucking food, and then the same person with an adult went to go see, like, basically a double feature and then bought some more food. I'm like, all right, you fat fuck. Goddamn, for real?
Damn.
So it was like a lot of food. And so I called up AMC, I had everything reversed, and then the idiots that hacked my shit, they decided to go to a theater where it tells you exactly what fucking seat you're in.
Oh, yeah, reserved seats.
Were you able to call the actual movie theater?
Yeah, I called the movie theater.
Nice.
I was like, hey, so they're in the theater right now, and these are their seats. I would like them to be removed or have the police called. He's like, well, we can't physically remove them, but we'll have the
You can't physically
called.
remove them. They're stealing.
Yeah, they can because they used to work in movie theaters. Yes, you can. But they called the authorities and they took them out of the theater.
Good.
So, yeah.
Damn, you did some fucking detective work and shit.
Well, I mean, it's easy. It's like, yo, they're in these seats.
I just gotta read the email.
Yeah. Fucking idiots. Yeah, so if you're gonna fucking hack somebody's shit, don't go to a theater with fucking assigned seats.
Yeah, don't go to the movie.
It's so stupid.
Just go to your goddamn 7-Eleven, fill up your tank of gas, and then do whatever.
Get yourself a Slurpee.
Yeah, go to the CVS, load up on candy, condoms, all that good
The
shit.
funny thing is that I've noticed it before, because usually my bank notices before I do.
Yeah.
But in this instance, like right when they bought it, emailed me, so I was like, oh, that's not mean. I didn't buy anything earlier in the day, but if I would have, my bank would have flagged me. I'm like, hey, you're not in fucking Texas. What's going on?
Yeah.
So
like, hey, well, you just got gas in Newark, but now you're in Texas. Like, what's
See, if you were like Elon Musk rich, would you have hopped on your private jet and flown out there to confront the guy?
I don't know if I'd have made it, but yes. Yes.
I thought about that instantly. I was like,
Yeah, I'd have been super petty. Super petty about
be
it.
like, tap, tap, tap. You're in my seat. I paid for this.
I got some good popcorn. Oh, it's not shit. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You got extra butter and
They're
shit
watching
too?
some stupid ass movie too. It was like Uncle something.
Shit. The
Uncle
basketball
Drew.
one.
Yeah, Uncle Drew.
Black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't watching that shit.
Oh God, Uncle
know
Drew.
my profile
I was about
alone.
to say there's probably only 4 people that got that movie theater. It should have been hard to figure it out.
I didn't even know what the fuck Uncle Drew was
It's a
until like
basketball.
it was a commercial, right?
It was a commercial. It turned into a dumb movie.
Wasn't it with Spike Lee or some shit? Wasn't like one of his
I don't know
commercials for Nikes?
Well, I know that the athlete, but I don't know if it could be Spike Lee that helped direct it or produce or whatever the fuck.
That's crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
Time don't pay.
Well, you know, last week we had a chance to talk about this, but you guys heard about like what happened with Bill the Bear?
Yeah, I did. People are dicks. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Bill the Bear had this brilliant idea to
Quote, brilliant.
and they had this idea where, oh yeah, you can come into our store and you can build a bear and you only pay the price of your age. People were lined up for like 3 fucking hours trying to get their goddamn bears, and like eventually they canceled it, and like people were outraged and got really mad. But like, why the fuck would you do that? That's such a dumb fucking idea. Like, even on a promotional status, like
it's so problematic
bad.
because normally, okay, I've been in the Build-A-Bear store. I haven't been recently and everything, but normally when I go in, there's maybe like 4 employees, that normally work a shift
That's
and
like
everything.
max.
Yeah, I would imagine that maybe they have 12 Build-A-Bear experts on their roster, and then all of a sudden they have this crazy ass fucking like Black
horde?
Friday. Yeah, exactly. Have a zombie horde of people coming in there. How did they figure that was gonna even work out? And like, you can't sort of mass produce the Build-A-Bear because
Oh no, it takes fucking time.
It takes a lot of time. You got to customize it, put the song. They make you rub the little heart, turn around in a circle, sing a song, all this bullshit. So how are you gonna keep producing the bears when you're having a 30-minute? It takes about 30 minutes to make a goddamn bear.
For real.
And you all of a sudden you're just like, all right, everyone. If you got a 2-year-old, you get $2 bear. You got a 3-year-old, $3 bear. It's just poor decision. CEO needs to step down.
Basically.
God dang.
But there was like another company that did something stupid too that made Build-A-Bear seem like that shit was genius, but I can't remember what it was. Because I know, what was it? I mean, 7-Eleven had their Slurpee thing, which was what they do every year for July 11th.
I haven't had a Slurpee since I was like fucking in the 90s.
That was Free Slurpee Day the other day.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, it used to be me and my oldest, we would do Free Slurpee Day every year, but I don't drink Slurpees anymore, so now she just gets them.
Like, I tried to go and I almost pulled a stitch and I was going to leave the sweetness behind.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. But like all the 7-Elevens I try to hit up, they're already said like, oh no, we're out. I'm like, bullshit, you ain't out. You gotta give me that bigger ass cup.
McDonald's doing like a free Friday on Fridays now.
Yeah, I heard that for the summer, right? Or is it every day? Or every Friday?
Yeah, for now the rest of the year, I guess.
Oh, that's McDonald's got some bomb ass fucking fries.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to stay away from that shit.
I've had McDonald's. I can't remember what McDonald's fries taste like. I gotta buy some. I usually have fries from In-N-Out, right? Because I get animal fries. That's the shit. Like that trumps fucking McDonald's fries, as far as I'm concerned.
I like the. Well, they don't really have a Checkers or Rallies really around here.
No, there's a Sonic's, but there's a Rally's.
There's like those
south.
Cajun kind of fries and everything like that. I can get them like in Safeway.
Go to Five Guys.
Oh yeah, Five Guys got some bomb ass fries.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's like a bag of grease though.
Yeah, it is. Holy shit.
Fucking warning. If you like limp fries, like Five Guys is your shit. If you like crispy fries, don't go there.
I will say, in terms of my West Coast fry ranking, I'll put racist Chick-fil-A up. Or actually homophobic Chick-fil-A with the waffle fries.
Chick-fil-A is fucking. You know what? Chick-fil-A gets a lot of shit.
I'm torn.
But their food is decent. You know,
I can't be making these political stands when you make good food.
Yeah.
Like even with Papa John's. Papa John's getting in some shit.
Well, especially because this is the problem that I have. All right. So obviously, I know that their founders are, I guess, against people that are gay, but they're not going so far as to not serve them. So that's where I'm like, okay, I don't really give a shit.
Where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
In terms of like protesting or whatever.
Yeah.
My stomach craves. I mean, they have good lemonade. The chicken sandwiches are on point.
Yeah. The Chick-fil-A sauce is the fucking shit.
The fries are good.
Dude, if you take the Chick-fil-A sauce and then get like their curly fries from Carl's Jr., your mouth might fucking explode.
No. This is what you do. You go to fucking In-N-Out, you order a double, and you take that shit and you double, and then you put the Chick-fil-A sauce on that shit.
Damn.
It's so fucking good, dude. I did it once.
Your fucking mind melted.
Yeah, it was back when I was like deep in keto.
Yeah.
I was like, when I go off keto, I'm just gonna fucking order ridiculous shit. So I was going like, I used to get like the Whopperito and the fucking garlic fries from fucking
the
McDonald's and
Whopperito,
shit.
dude, that hurt my stomach.
I forgot
all
about the
bad.
garlic fries.
Yeah, the garlic fries were they were decent, but it wasn't like garlic festival garlic fries.
Yeah, that's actually coming up next weekend.
Yeah, it's
really?
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another month, I think.
It's the 26th or 7th.
Well, yeah, so yeah, the next weekend.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say that the garlic fries that McDonald's were serving, those motherfuckers actually were pretty good.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
They weren't bad at all for being like a
promotional shit.
super fast food chain. Like they put some effort into it.
Like they were using garlic from Gilroy, like that was their whole stitch. But I don't know if it was only in California or in the Bay Area that they were offering the garlic fries.
Question.
So
Because I remember McDonald's tried to dip their toe in wings for a while with the like Mighty Wings and everything.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
did you know that McDonald's used to make pizza?
I know in Canada they did.
I was gonna say in other countries I heard that they do.
So
Yeah,
here
they have spaghetti and all kinds
Yeah,
of
like hot dogs and shit.
in America, there's one McDonald's that still makes the McDonald's pizza, and there's some. It's like in I want to either say it's in like South Carolina. You can go and get it, but like there's a YouTube video where some guys go from like New York and they drive down there just to get the fucking pizza.
I think Louisiana has the last remaining Popeyes buffet.
Buffet. Wow.
Yes, it was right
Dude,
next
I
to my
do remember
campus, bruh. It was. Me and Lila went there for a date one time. It was nice.
KFC used to do that too. They used to have a
KFC
buffet.
used to have buffets, and then they sort of started to kind of phase out.
Faded out, yeah.
Popeyes buffet is legit. You can get the spicy, the regular, all the sides, the Cajun rice.
You know, they had Popeyes in Iraq.
Did they really? Holy shit.
Yeah, on bases. So it's kind of weird. So they had like certain fast food restaurants that were allowed to be in Iraq. It was like Burger King, Subway, Popeyes, the Green Bean, which is like a coffee place.
Oh, okay.
And there was a couple others too. I think Taco Bell was one. But yeah, they all had like their modified menu like over in Iraq, and it was interesting. So
I was trying to think if I've had Taco Bell since I got back to California.
well, this is like back when I was initially losing weight because I used to weigh like 250, and I decided to like start working out. So I would eat like super strict, except for one day a week. On my one day off a week, it was on a fucking Sunday, and I would get a foot long meatball sub.
Oh,
That'd be that would be my meal for the entire fucking day. So, and I would play video games all day.
That sounds like Ike's. Ike's will be my one meal for the
I'm due
day.
for Ike's. I haven't been to Ike's in a minute.
There's an Ike's in New Park Mall now.
I heard
What?
I went and I didn't see that it was open. I haven't
it's
seen
open
it.
now?
It should have been open.
It should have been, but I think they're behind schedule.
Snap.
Well, it's supposed to
So
open like a year ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check to see, but when I last went like 2-3 months ago, it still wasn't there.
I'm
had
gonna have to
pictures.
cross the highway to get that.
Well, yeah, they had pictures that was open.
Still
So
wasn't there.
Interesting.
So hopefully they may have opened in the last couple of days. I know the Pyology that was there shut down.
really.
Oh, did
Yeah.
they really? Well,
Yeah.
there's like fucking.
Well, they got a Pyology, yeah.
There's a
There's one right in
Pyology
Fremont.
about a mile away from it.
yeah, on Paseo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, because there's Pyology, there's Mod Pizza, there's Blaze Pizza.
there's a Blaze Pizza's the same. I haven't been to Blaze.
Well, Blaze is that we're at Autumn Mall.
Yeah, Pac
Oh.
Commons.
So
Yeah.
it's the same. Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
all right.
But did you guys touch on the whole Papa John's thing where Papa
No,
John's
we haven't talked
Oh,
about
we get on it.
I'm
Yeah.
still waiting on my free pizza for being racist deal. That's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, well, supposedly, Papa John's been dropping the N-word in company calls and everything, and then he's tried to sort of backwalk it by saying, "Oh, we're not going to use the N-word and be like KFC because Colonel Sanders." He started just completely
tyrant.
deflect and try to just go crazy with it, but
What is all
he
still
got
from?
removed.
It's all was because like how people were kneeling for the national anthem, and he said like that was hurt his business.
Yeah, he started out on that whole thing, and then he got people ratted him out. You can't be dropping the N-word in your Fortune 500 company and expect that one employee won't snitch you out. So they
real.
removed him. They removed him from the building. They kicked him off the NFL paycheck and everything. And the sad part was, I was like, I haven't had Papa John's in a long time, and I had to stop myself because I was like, I really wanted to order Papa John's because
That's
I
the one
kinda
you
like
take
the
home and
pizza.
cook it, right?
No.
No, that's Papa Murphy.
Papa Murphy.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, okay.
Papa John's. I enjoy it. 'Cause
Cousins?
the toppings are good, and this might be the only time you'll hear me say this, but the cheese is good.
Oh shit! Whoa!
Man, that's like
So was the racism.
Exactly.
So
Racist
wait,
people
hold on.
like what's her name?
Hold on.
The
You gotta
bitch.
preface this because some people who are new to the cast.
Why do racist people make good food? What's her name?
Paula Deen.
Paula Dean.
Yeah.
Papa John.
fucking
So-
Chick-fil-A.
Fucking
they're fucking-
Chick-fil-A. Why does hate taste good in my mouth?
For anybody that's new, god dang. That's why cuckold videos are so good. I mean, anyway, so those of you who don't know, who are new to the podcast, you may not know that Stitch, for some reason, does not like cheese.
Pizza's the only cheese that I fuck with.
He will eat cheese on a pizza, which no one can figure out why or how this makes sense. It's
Well,
just
I'm like that too, cause like I don't like chocolate, but I like Reese's peanut butter cups or like an Oreo shake. Even though I hate fucking Oreos, but I love Oreo shakes.
what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's everybody. I said this before. I think everybody has a thing that they don't like a certain way, but they like another.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You can't justify it. It's just, it is what it is.
Like I have a friend. She hates cucumbers, but she loves pickles. I mean, the form of it's different, but it's
Yeah, it
still
is
fucking
because
same thing.
it's like salted and you can make sweet pickles and shit like that. So, yeah.
Blue, you got a twin in the chat room. You got 3 cousins watching.
Oh shit.
Oh
snap.
shit.
Hopefully, I'm not disrespecting anybody.
Disrespecting the family.
What you say about my mama?
For everybody in the chat room, part of the Blue family, what do you guys think about the Michael Jackson impersonator? Let me know. Leave a comment.
Dang. So yeah, Papa John's fucking up.
Yeah, so they removed him. He's out of job. They removed it. They took it. His key card don't work no more.
Yeah.
Damn.
Would you rather be fired or just show up and not have your key card work? What would be more?
It doesn't matter. He's got a golden parachute. Like,
Well, yeah.
if you get fired,
Well, I was talking about like regular people.
already.
Yeah. If it was like where they just in office space where they just keep reassigning your office till you're in the basement and the checks stop coming.
He kept getting paid though. That guy kept getting paid though.
He did give him.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
like a glitch in the payroll.
But
Yeah, that's right.
they fixed the
fixed-
glitch.
Yeah, but definitely put me in the
And that's
basement.
when
Keep paying me. I just won't show up. Keep paying me.
But no, like I think I would rather get fired because there's been times when I've gone to work and my badge hasn't worked. Like they did like a security update in our building, like a lot of people couldn't get in,
Yeah.
and like I was like, what the fuck?
All the brown people couldn't get in.
Oh,
Dude, everybody in my building is a brown person.
You're probably Indian, right?
Yeah, they're all engineers and
Different
shit.
brown.
Yeah. So,
Damn.
since we're on the topic of Papa John's, what's your favorite pizza chain
My
of all the
favorite
ones out there?
pizza chain.
Yeah, because we kind of had this conversation at work, and like people were kind of dissing the one I like.
I like a round table.
Dude, yeah. Round Table probably has the best fucking
yeah,
pizza.
because like they don't have round tables out in the East Coast or down south. So like I mean, growing up with it, it was good, but then I lost the magic. So I enjoy round table. I enjoy Mountain Mike's just because it's different.
Mount Mike's is
So-
damn good.
I
And they
say
throw all kinds of toppings.
the great thing about Mountain Mike's is their fucking pepperoni pizza, because that shit, their pepperoni be goddamn crispy, man. I don't know how it's like crispy like bacon. It's so fucking good.
And I used to work at a Pizza Hut, was like one of my first jobs, so I just ate that ridiculously in
fucking
high school.
time.
So I ate
Got sick
myself
of it?
numb to it. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
can't even throw that. But racist Papa John's might be my
You know-
thing, maybe.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I
Maybe.
do like Papa John's, but you know what? What would
the garlic
probably
butter, too.
Trump? Yeah, what I say would Trump is Sparrows.
Oh yeah,
On the mall?
Remember
Yeah.
their
I forgot
stuffed
about
pizza,
that.
Yeah,
inside out
man.
pizza?
Yeah, they're the
Yeah.
one
Inside Out pizza.
before Bullwinkle shut down.
Bullwinkles.
Yeah, Bullwinkle's had the like pizza pie. Sparrows is like the only place that does it.
Yeah. Pizza, huh? Are you talking about deep dish?
They had one at Newport Mall for a long time.
Yeah, I
They
guess
still
I
all the
don't.
time.
it's up
I've
there.
seen that. I've never.
No, it's a pizza pie. They like have a bottom, and then there's a crust on top, and in between you can do either a vegetarian one or all meat. So it'd be like sausage, pepperoni.
I need to see a
ham,
photo of
and
this.
salami. And they actually had one. They had one at the airport. What the fuck? And I went to the Phoenix airport. They had one there. I think Houston had one too. There's actually a big one in New York. New York has one at right at Penn Station.
So, okay, do you prefer New York style pizza where it's the long, big slice where you got to fold in half, or do you prefer Chicago?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
I mean,
does.
there's no, it doesn't matter.
I'm eating it either way. It don't matter to me.
Like, I don't like the deep dish pizza, the ones that are like fucking damn near like lasagna almost.
you
Like,
would
it's so
afford.
fucking thick. Yeah,
Love it.
like I went to Chicago and I got one and I just couldn't do it. It was just too much fucking tomatoes. Like I couldn't fucking like. It was like it almost gave me heartburn because it was so like acidic from the tomatoes. But I like I'm more of a New York style.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chicago style. Chicago style is even.
Yeah, we're talking about Chicago versus New York style.
Oh, okay.
But I like Cali style better. The way we make pizza out here.
I like the flatbread style where it's like super thin.
Okay, thin crust kind of, yeah.
Oh, thin.
I can eat both, but the Chicago style, that's not a fucking pizza. People from Chicago, that's not a fucking pizza.
It's definitely a fucking pie.
I mean, it's not even fucking close.
It's up there with like an apple pie, but with tomatoes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not what I would call a pizza. I think if you told somebody from Italy that was a pizza, they'll punch you in your fucking face.
Oh, god dang.
Seriously, it's a not a souffle, but it's like a casserole or some shit. Like seriously. I mean, it's good, but it's not a pizza.
I can only eat it like once every blue moon.
Yeah.
It's just like it's so much.
I had ScarJo's in the airport. I forgot how much I really love their pizza. I do. But if it wasn't for racist Papa John's, I'd probably take the top spot.
I remember the first time I went to ScarJo was with my sister, because I used to work under the table for my sister at like it was a music store. My first job ever. I was getting paid like maybe $3 an hour.
But like Allegro music?
No, it was like remember when Sears had music?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I worked in the Sears section, or the Sears music store section.
Okay.
For my sister, and it's like right when it was like some Def Leppard album came out, and it was like that was like the big thing, you know. I would help her like sort the CDs and then like put up the displays and shit like that. It was an awesome job for me. But yeah, I ate Sapporo there for the first time, and I had like their like inside out pizza thing. It was like, oh my god, it's fucking great.
Sounds good.
Dude, I gotta tell you this funny story about. So the way I got my first PlayStation, like the PlayStation 1. So I had a friend. She worked at Tower Records. You know how Tower Records will buy your old CDs, whatever.
Yeah.
She was the manager there, and like when they scan their CD, they'll like on there will tell them what price they will give you for it, like basically what they do at GameStop.
Right.
She would raise the price to like a regular price. So we would and they wouldn't. Nice. They're not supposed to take BMC CDs, like that corporation where you pay like a penny and you get like 50 CDs or something like that.
Oh,
that company.
That does, yeah.
But you on the CDs it's marked with BMC so that Tower Records wouldn't take them back. She took them back. Like I
still play the same music. They just didn't want people to get rich off of it.
Basically, yeah. But like we would go into the store and like grab CDs off the rack and take it to her, and she would ring us up for it. And that's how I got my PlayStation 1. I got all these credits for Tower Records. Got my PlayStation 1, and now the motherfucker's not in business.
I got mine from like Funko.
Me and Lee used to do.
What?
This is like one of the greatest scams of all fucking time. All right, so what we would do is we would buy CDs, and then we remember when
I know
you would get AOL CDs.
Yeah.
So we figured out a way how to like open up the CD without breaking the seal. So we do that and put the AOL CD in there, and then bring it back and fucking return it. And then it got to an even better point because I used to work for.
That was before the shrink wrap.
No, it was the time of the shrink wrap. So what I would do was I used to work at Software Etc. And so I used the shrink wrap machine to re-shrink wrap that shit, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna return it. I didn't fucking like it."
Yeah, because I remember we used to do that too. Like, because the CD had like the seal was only on one side, and you just like popped off the other side, and the CD would open up like a fucking book.
Yeah. I returned a PlayStation 2. I was in college and it broke or whatever, and I was a college student or whatever. And I went to Toys R Us, bought it with cash, brought it home, and I took like a X-Acto knife and I scraped off the serial number from the new PlayStation, put it on the old one because I was like, because they have that little window where they scan it through. Put it back on that and just returned it. I was like, oh, my girlfriend bought me one or whatever for my birthday. I was fucking good golden go.
Damn.
Never showed my face in Toys R Us again though.
Telling our criminal shit. But it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Everybody they did some.
My name is Prodigy.
Yeah.
We were young and needed money.
My real name is Tyrell Jenkins.
Oh shit! Project rolling up somewhere in San Diego. Cops roll up on a click, sir. Click, clack.
Dude, wait, I was talking to one of my cousins at. Oh no, who was I? I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about like sagging and stuff like that. And she was talking about like how sagging's like bad and stuff like that. And I gave her kind of a little bit of the history about where sagging came from, since it was like in the prison system. And I was like, you need to watch this video on YouTube. There's this guy named Fleece Johnson. Johnson, and he will tell you why you shouldn't be sagging. Because he is the booty warrior, and if he wants it, he's gonna get you.
Booty warrior.
You can do it the easy way or the hard way.
So y'all see this about this She-Ra reboot?
Oh fuck!
How She-Ra, old '80s cartoon, is getting rebooted and will drop in November of this year on Netflix.
They are shitting on our childhood.
So people are freaking out because She-Ra's look looks a little too,
like a boy?
I guess not warrior princessy enough.
Nah, she looks horrible. Like,
yeah, a lot of people. It's funny because Prodigy brought up the fact that he's saying that he didn't watch it because he felt like the show was aimed towards girls, and how grown men are complaining about a show for young girls when they weren't watching it when they were young.
Well, I remember She-Ra was like an adult when I was watching.
She was.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I kind of watched it is because she was like a spinoff of He-Man.
yeah, she was his cousin.
So her and He-Man had like screen time together, and like she's got her own show, and I expect He-Man to show up. But when I'm looking at her new artwork, she looks more of a teenager and a little more cutesy.
I think that's fan-made. That's fan-made artwork.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It's that top.
The top left
one,
is definitely one. So we're looking at a picture. Yeah, that's from Entertainment Weekly's first look picture.
So I'm fine with that. I don't really give a shit. I mean, Netflix has done very little wrong from like shows that I've watched. So, especially given like their animation track record, it's been pretty good. I mean, look at Voltron.
Oh yeah, Voltron. I think to me, this is when I first initially saw this picture, I thought of Voltron. I'm like, okay, this has a similar look to Voltron, but to me, She-Ra looks a little young than when she came out.
She looks kind of like Sailor Moon.
Yeah, a little, but she looks like a teenager.
I think right here they're kind of like catering to, I guess, what society is kind of do, like, because like she's kind of
see, here you go.
She's kind of flat chested. She doesn't like, she's wearing like shorts underneath her skirt, and she's kind of, I don't know, she seems kind of like, she looks like a boy, to be honest.
To me, she doesn't look warrior princess enough. She doesn't look badass enough to me. She looks like a little too young.
Transgender or transgender.
Transgender. Well, she doesn't look trans to me.
If you move her hair, she looks like a boy.
Well, I mean, kind of tomboyish, I guess, but
she just looks young to me.
I will give it a chance because they've done really good with like the animation so far, and like most of their shows. So.
Well, I'm hoping that He-Man makes an appearance and then they do a He-Man like show.
No, I don't want to see
gay He-Man.
No, I don't want to see He-Man. I don't like when shows have to use a crutch to their other shows. You know what I mean? Like their male equivalency. It's just like run with it on your own shit.
I did it in the past though, so
yeah, they don't need to do it now though.
Oh no, I wouldn't. What I would like to see is him to make like a cameo, say "Hey cousin," and then like later on we see like him have his own.
He-Man hasn't been around for like the longest fucking time, so it's not even like relevant at this point.
I guess it's been like
there was a reboot,
years.
but yeah, it's been a long time. So I think that just let her run on her own. There's no need to even bring He-Man in it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's some male bullshit from your old ass fucking jeans.
No, I'm saying because he was the one that launched her, and then I think she should be the one to launch him as a reboot.
Wow.
But
maybe. I mean, I can see where you're coming from.
So, I mean, if they're going to bring back She-Ra, might as well bring back He-Man.
Well, you know what? I hope they kind of do what they did with Voltron, because Voltron, when it first came out, it was kind of on the silly, wacky side of, like, it was meant for, reboot? Like, kids. No, yeah, for the one that's on Netflix. Like, it was kind of on the, like, kiddie side of the show, but as the season progressed and they noticed that they were having more of an adult audience, like, the topics got more serious and seriouser, and it became more of a teen adult show than it is for like younger kids.
Oh yeah, I would say this has started out more teen to me because it does have a good amount of violence, a lot of teen, I guess, violence or whatever, and I think they covered a bit more serious matters. I mean, like Pidge, she's looking for her brother and her dad. They're gone missing. They're feared to be dead, and she's like the one holding out. Or you'd think Pidge is a boy, but she's holding out hope and stuff. And so they do a lot of fan servicey kind of episodes early on. By the way, I'm just saying, but yeah, it does get more serious for sure, especially as the seasons go on. But
But yeah, I'll give the She-Ra a chance.
So She-Ra
It's no Gem because Gem is that fucking comic.
Oh god dang! Didn't Gem get rebooted and no one gave a shit?
Oh, they made a movie out of it.
Yeah, they look awful.
Only one person in this room cared about it.
Well, no, I saw it. I got maybe 5 minutes to it. Like I can't do this. This is not my Gem.
Oh, that's all bad.
It was so fucking bad.
Not my Gem.
It was like Kronos and I, we did a react to it, and it was like, nah, this is some bullshit.
Oh, you did a react to the trailer?
Yeah,
it was pretty awful.
So She-Ra drops in the fall. We'll see how. I mean, it's coming, so we'll see what the fans think when it comes out in its full. I mean, we'll probably see a trailer pretty soon. But speaking of trailers, nobody saw this Overlord trailer drop today.
Not yet.
So I encourage all y'all to just watch it. It basically looks like live action Wolfenstein. That's what the trailer looks like. It like starts with like an African American dude.
Wolfenstein?
Yeah. Well, Wolfenstein, tomato.
No.
Alanis. But yeah, they start with like African American dude. He gets drafted into the army. He's going to, I guess France. He's going to France, and they get bombed up. They end up going to like this lab with this mad scientist experimenting on people, and then there's like Nazi zombies. It's kind of crazy. It's produced, but yeah, it's a movie. It's dropping in, I think, November. But the trailer dropped today. You can catch it on our Facebook page if you want to check it out. If you want a quick link to it.
You know, I'm still waiting for it's a fucking trailer for Aquaman because we got a poster this week.
So the Aquaman trailer is on Saturday, which we have not seen yet. I mean, the poster you can check out also on our.
He's
Facebook
underwater
page.
Wearing leather pants.
Is he really? I didn't even notice that.
I thought he was wearing spandex.
I thought it was leather.
It's probably shark leather.
Well, he's wearing jeans in Batman vs Superman. Not Batman vs Superman.
In Justice League, he's wearing the fur coat.
One of the bazillion problems with the movie.
I still haven't watched that movie.
Yeah,
really?
It's free right now.
It's on HBO. Yeah, it's on HBO. I was about to say.
I
Christ.
still haven't watched it. I will, but I just haven't done it
It's
yet.
alright.
Yeah, them some leather pants. Yeah, those are them. I fucking hate. I have an ad blocker on my
It's all
on
sticky
my
and shit
laptop.
when you're fucking swimming. You're like, motherfucker.
Yeah, but girls love that shit.
Eat that shit
Oh,
up.
everyone's like Aquaman poster. I was like, there's so much wrong with this. He
They
looks so
don't care.
hot. There's people going nuts.
I'm busted.
But sticking with Justice League people, Superman.
Oh yeah.
Henry Cavill got some interesting things to say.
It's not interesting. It's fucking true. What he said was true.
I was warming the oven for his comments.
Go ahead, bring it up.
I don't know the exact quote, but pretty much he mentioned something about how dating, he's sort of nervous to hit on or pick up a female because he's worried about it being perceived, I'm paraphrasing it, as sort of sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Being in his position of fame and everything going on with I don't know, did he mention exactly the Me Too? Okay, yeah. So I mean, what's everyone's thoughts on that? And if I didn't put all the details in,
Yeah, so
it for me.
I generally agree with what he's saying because he brought up some like points like people are trying to leave out. Like back in the day, you would have like what's called the chase, right? And if you don't know what that means, you live in a terrible age. I'm sorry, it's like fucking awful. Like there's no chase anymore. Like sometimes somebody will say no, or not even just no. They will kind of blow you off, but they want you to chase them.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying to rape them. Okay, this is a very fucking big distinction here. I'm not saying rape or anything like that, but some women, because it's happened to me before. It's happened to pretty much every man on the fucking planet prior to this fucking age.
They play hard to get.
Yeah. And so you try to play aggressive but not too aggressive, but in this day and age some of that might be construed as sexual harassment or sexual assault, and that's why he said he would just rather fuck his ex instead of just like that's what he said.
Makes sense.
Instead of trying to find somebody new, because in this day and age like so many people are trying to say that things are sexual assault. Like I think he brought up it was Morgan Freeman. That was like a really good example because the shit with him was like it wasn't even like sexual in my mind. It wasn't sexual harassment at all. You know,
it's the comment he made to the news anchor, right?
Yeah, about it. Like happened to look at her when he said something that had nothing to do with her, and she was pregnant. It was like, but he didn't actually say anything to you directly or talk to you on the side or do anything else. And it's just like it was really fucking weird, and it's a difficult time to. I guess trying to court somebody, you know, because they're trying to like eliminate the whole attraction thing from the equation. It's like, look, if you're attracted to somebody and you want to hit on them, you know, you don't know when somebody's gonna be like, oh, well, that was unwanted, you know, come on, and that's sexual harassment. But that's the way that humans work. That's not gonna change.
I think there's like an area of gray where people just have no idea where it sort of operates at. I mean, for me, I mean, obviously everyone here except Little Ninja has been in a relationship for a long fucking time or whatever. So I don't know if maybe we're just old and we don't really know how it works anymore. I mean, with the way technology and swiping right, swiping left, and all that shit like that, in terms of actually like calling somebody, asking for a phone number. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that whole part of the chase, the pursuit, is just left out or is just a dinosaur age aspect of it. If you're my whole definition of pursuing somebody is like, all right, you want to go on a date with me? And my whole thing, like when I was single, I'd be like, all right, I'll ask you out maybe twice. You get 2 chances. I'm like, hey, you want to go get something to eat? No, I got to excuse or whatever. It doesn't. If I can tell it's a complete blow off, then yeah, I'm not gonna ask you again. But it's like, oh, I got something coming up. Then I'll ask you again. Like, okay, you got any plans this weekend? You want to go catch a movie or whatever? And they say no, then all right, I'm done.
Dude, the sweetest blew me off a few times. Well, not that. Wait, that doesn't sound right. What? So I invited her over to my place to watch a movie, and she's like, no. All right. And I did that like maybe a few times.
See where I think that gray area starts to develop is like, if you're hitting on somebody, like if it's a Netflix and chill, and you're hitting on somebody and they turn you down, say no or whatever, then they are in the position again where you're Netflix and chilling at 3 a.m. or whatever. Then there's maybe mixed signals, but I think that is completely different than, hey, you want to hang out, you want to get coffee. I mean, not Luke Cage coffee, but
that's what I mean.
Yeah, you want to hang out. And I don't see how that aspect of it is endangered, because I don't see, unless you maybe are coworkers in the same environment and one's a subordinate and it's like you're the boss and the coworker, then I can see maybe how that might be a little bit wishy-washy. So, my boss asked me to Red Lobster for the cheddar biscuits for the second time this week. Then I can understand how that might be a little bit awkward, but just two people naturally meeting on the street or just friends of friends and be like, hey, you want to go get sushi or whatever? I don't see why that part is scary, but I do understand how, like, maybe when you have somebody alone in your house and you're like, do I lean in for a kiss now? Are we holding hands?
Even the lead up is still kind of sketchy, because like when somebody says no, but you don't know if because sometimes I'm just gonna fucking stop. I'm gonna stop because I just put myself in a fucking trap, and I'm just gonna stop. But I'll just say that things were a little bit different back in the day, where some ladies would play hard to get and it'd be a little bit different. But obviously not everybody. No still means no, any situation. But there's still some girls that will say no, but then they'll still hang out with you, and that's like where you get the weird fucking mixed signals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So,
and that's where you have
I'm not over my ex, blah blah blah. Yeah. They try to sort of friend zone you or whatever. Yeah. Who knows? I tried to friend zone Lilo, but that didn't work.
Damn. Yeah. Didn't the Earth Girl say that the friend zone doesn't exist?
I don't think they did, because it definitely does exist.
I was about to say, I would have been tapping away on the Twitter keyboard. What the fuck y'all talking about?
The friend zone exists. I've been there.
Yeah. I've got that means they friend zoned so many people that they don't even realize it.
Yeah. It's like, fuck them with their blue balls.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say before I stepped out that, I had made a comment to one of my female coworkers when this Henry Calvin thing came out. Like, a coworker, she came in, she was wearing like a nice dress, and I told her, I'm like, hey, that's a really nice dress. But then like later on I read this article, I'm like, oh shit, what if I get fired for sexual harassment or something like that just because I said she had a nice dress? Because I had an uncle, he used to work at Safeway, and he lost his job. My uncle, he calls everybody honey or sweetie. Like, he's old school. Like, that's just how, like, he sees a car. Damn, that car is sweeter. Come here, sweet. Like, he calls his dog, like, he has dogs named Cupcake and Sweetie. And so he would call his dog that way. And I guess there was a new coworker that started working at Safeway, and he called her Sweetie, lost his job like 3 days later because of that.
Oh boy, that's right.
And like, everybody tried to fight for him. This was back when the whole sexual harassment thing started like kind of blowing up in the industry. But yeah, like, people try to fight for him. Like, no, he always says that. But like, at the time, like, companies were trying to like kind of not play that game or whatever. But yeah, he lost his job. It kind of sucked for him. Super nice guy. Same name as me, actually.
Yeah.
God dang.
So we can't see Gal and him on the same movie set then. Is that what it's coming down to?
Maybe.
Are we even gonna see Gal?
We gotta pay attention to the lines. And
At least Gal's in movies. You got ScarJo backing out of movies and shit.
She backed out of movies.
I would say you jumped in. I've been going hard on this. I'll take a I'll tag you in on that one.
So we've been talking about this for like 2-3 weeks, right? So first we had Scarlett Johansson was cast to play a transgendered male in a movie about a real life person. And then she caught a lot of heat for doing so, and then subsequently backed out of the role. Now, a lot of people were claiming like this person was very important to the trans community. Other people were arguing that ScarJo is, she's an actress. She should be able to pick roles where she could, test her acting chops or whatever. I think people seem to, bring out a lot of hate for this particular actress because they seem to like not point out the fact that there have been other actors and actresses that have played transgendered people that are both famous in the trans community, so one of which was the first recorded trans person, and they win accolades for this, including Oscars and Golden Globes. But yet ScarJo does this, and everyone fucking loses their mind.
Oh, like nobody knows why? Get the fuck out of here, man. For real?
I'm just saying, I think it's kind of funny to me that there's been numerous actors that have done this.
Well, yeah,
I understand that because of
what?
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
That this stigma sticks with her, but she should be able to pick. She should still be able to work and pick whatever roles.
They're offering it to her. I'm confused because it's not like she's the one that wrote the screenplay and was like, I want to play this. Like the director came to her and was like, hey.
Well, I think as any person that works, if you're offered something, you should do the research and see like, hey, this might not be a good fit for
But not just that, like, don't they cast people? Like, isn't there like an audition process? They don't just give a role to a person.
No, well, if you're hired, they can just give a role to you.
It depends. They can give a role to you if you're well known. If you're not, then
they should blame the fucking directors for that shit then, because they should have gone out there and tried to find somebody who's a transgender person instead of just giving it to somebody.
I want a good actor
keeps bringing up how many trans male actors are there,
but they should at least like try to give them a shot.
I mean, look at Nip Tuck, TV show. They actually cast an actual female to play a trans male.
I'm not going to say the majority or whatever, but we see a lot of military movies with people that have never served in the military playing roles and stuff. We had Mark Wahlberg on fucking the 9/11 flight and everything, doing the whole let's roll kind of thing.
Oh, and the Lone Wolf movie.
We always see these actors. I mean, we like I was saying before, we had The Rock play a amputee from the military.
Yeah.
Now he's jumping around across skyscrapers and stuff like that. I'm not outraged because
I'm not outraged about it either.
I just want to see a good movie. If he can act and he can play the role and I can believe it, I'm fine with that. I don't need to be like, well, they could have got a real military vet, or they could have got a real amputee, somebody that actually served. Like I don't need to inject this realism into my acting roles because I know that I take everything in Hollywood with a grain of salt. Like
to interject, there was a real veteran amputee, and he's in a terrible movie but I thought he did a good job. But I didn't know he was an actual vet. And that,
I was gonna say in that
Battleship,
in that movie with where the people help save the train from like being attacked by terrorists,
Paris to.
Well, they actually had the people who were in the movie that actually did the event was in the movie, and they did a shitty ass job as acting.
Well, I mean, even one of our Kronos and Ours favorite shows. Oh shoot, I just drew a blank. The HBO one with
Players.
With
Westworld.
Skarsgård.
True Blood.
No.
Generation Kill.
Generation Kill.
Yeah,
yes. You got a bunch of people that are just sort of doing their own thing. Now they had like a couple 2 or 3 people that were actually there and they played like little small roles and everything like that. But I was completely fine with that. I mean, actors are paid to act. We're the Wire, one of my favorite fucking shows of all time. Baltimore Gangster is Idris Elba, and Baltimore Street Cop is the fucking dude from another British English actor, the guy that plays in Gladiator, the one that stabs.
Plays like Cersei or Russell Crowe.
No, the white dude.
They're all white.
You're being like me now, and like the white dude
Joaquin Phoenix
with the hair.
No, the one that was with the wife, with the girlfriend. I'm gonna look at it.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to that point. I was looking.
But no, I know what you mean. Like actors are paid to act. Like they are supposed to make you believe that they're in that role. Like
you got Batman being played by who?
Chris. Yeah.
We got Canadian Batman.
Like I don't have a problem with ScarJo Johansson playing a transgender person, but
I'll go back to my original problem. There's not a lot of transgender actors that are famous. Somebody brought up
Dominic West. Was the guy's name.
Somebody brought up a few before, and I mean I understand that there are some, but it's not a lot, and not a lot to choose from. And of those actors that the person had named, would any of those fit in this role?
Nothing.
You brought up Laverne Cox, right? She's a transgender female.
I think in this show it was a trans man.
Yeah, exactly. So that doesn't fit. And Laverne Cox is black.
Yeah,
that doesn't work either.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, like, if this was like an independent film or indie film, like I can understand them casting like somebody who doesn't have like the giant acting chops like ScarJo Johansson.
Here, look, you got Jared Leto. You had Eddie Redmayne, and you got Felicity Huffman. All of them played transgender people. All of them were nominated for either an Oscar or Golden Globe. Yeah. And so ScarJo should have had this opportunity if she wanted to, as long as she came correct with her research and portrayed this person faithfully. I had no problem with it.
They offered her the job. Like I'm so confused. Like,
but a lot of people were freaking out.
People just be like, "Oh no, I ain't working. No, fuck that."
I knew a lot of people were freaking out because they were saying representation matters, and I get that. I'm like, all right, if there was someone among the ranks
that's on the production
that can step
company.
up, yeah. If there was someone
on the casting company,
if there was someone that could act, on a decent level and that could portray this role, that's fine. That's great. Let me see this. Show me.
My agent comes to me with, "Hey, I almost said my name. They want you to play a white dude from Boston." I'm like, you know what? I don't know anything about being a white dude from Boston, but if they want to pay me, then maybe I can act my way and do that. Maybe it's a challenge I'm willing to accept.
Be like Robert Downey Jr. and develop Revitalago.
But see, this also kind of made me think of like on W. Kamau Bell's podcast. He had like the woman on there who's who's in a wheelchair, and she's actually on the show on the United States of America.
Yeah, I got on.
Yeah, she had talked about how like they always get these actors to play these roles who aren't like paraplegic or people in wheelchairs.
Yes, this is the problem.
But
like,
again,
when she said that, I was like, that's a good point. But at the same time, can they fucking act? I mean, that's very important.
Yeah, that's like the number one thing. It's like the whole acting chop. Like
Lieutenant Dan or whatever.
Yeah, CGI'd. I mean, there's a few people that I know that were amputees. Like I said, the veteran from Battleship, but also I guess Monkey Shine's a very old film. That guy was apparently a disabled person, but he actually acted.
Like in Battleship, they had a guy who he lost both his legs, and he was in that movie, and his acting wasn't that great. Like you can tell, like that kind of it takes you out of the movie because the acting was like isn't up to par, basically. But
the movie wasn't that great to begin with, and we couldn't save it, even though it's got Prodigy's girl Riri in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, where do you draw the line then? Are we just start gonna get mad if a straight person starts playing a gay person? Like
we've had that.
Yeah, but I'm saying if like we're getting so upset about it should be a transgender.
What if a gay person played a straight person?
You mean like NPH?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, they've done it all the time.
Yeah,
there's a lot of gay people who play straight guys and
a guy from Arrow.
Oh yeah, Echo.
No, not Echo.
He was straight.
Or he's straight, but he plays the gay guy.
The guy that plays
the
Speedy's
red guy.
Speedy's boyfriend.
Oh, Colton Hayes.
What about the guy on the Netflix show that fucks all the he's trying to fuck everybody basically on the set. Who's the guy who's the president?
Oh, you're talking about Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, but he was the closet.
Oh yeah. So
what about
he's a gay dude.
Is Michael Williams gay?
Who's Mike? I don't know.
The guy with the scar played Omar on The Wire. He played
no idea.
In Boardwalk Empire.
No idea.
You didn't watch Boardwalk Empire or?
No, I know the actor is. I don't know if he's gay or not.
But I know
I know. And
he's
also
played a lot of roles where he's a gay person.
Oh, but I never watched Boardwalk. I don't know if he's.
I don't know. I don't care because he's a good fucking actor.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, if you're a good actor, it doesn't really.
Oh wow.
It doesn't really matter, but.
Wait, is this the guy from Arrow, right? This dude, is that the
John Barrowman? He's gay. Yes.
And he plays straight guy.
Oh,
the
Marty.
Malcolm.
Malcolm. Yeah.
Malcolm Earl. He's gay.
And then Speedy's boyfriend.
Speedy's boyfriend's Colton Hayes, and he's gay. That's why he left the show because he hadn't come out yet.
Yeah. Even the guy from Prison Break is gay.
Oh, yeah.
Wentworth Miller.
So
that's why he gained weight.
We were talking about amputees a second ago. There was one show that actually did like an amputee thing really well, and it was actually Luke Cage season 2.
Oh yeah.
The level of detail they went into with Misty Knight was actually really good. Like when she was throwing punches, it looked like she didn't have another arm. Like the way she had like no, there was no like counterweight to like her throwing punches. I thought that was really good. So when you get to like the nitty gritty like that, she did a really great job for that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm completely fine with it.
It's like somebody I guess could have been an amputee and then got a fucking fake cyborg arm, I guess.
Well, there's also the guy from The Punisher. Didn't he have a prosthetic leg? Like the black dude from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes.
Yeah. But he doesn't really have one, though. So,
yeah, he didn't really have one.
What? The guy, his old war buddy.
Yeah, the one who
black
had
dude,
the class, like, not the A, it's almost like the A meeting, but like for
like
veterans.
The PTS meeting.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and the crazy dude pulled the leg off and hit him with it.
Phil Coulson has a fake arm, or has a fake hand.
And he has a fake hand.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, if you don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he loses his hand at one point.
Why couldn't we get a fucking Mr. Oblong to play Darth Vader then? Darth Vader ain't got no limbs. Why is Jamie Earl Jones taking all these parts from fucking
you're saying a fictional character trying to replace another character. Like we just broke the Matrix here.
I think only time like Hollywood shouldn't like try to cast somebody different when it comes to skin color.
Stop.
I was gonna say
Michael B. Jordan. Fantastic Four.
That was terrible, though.
Well, yeah,
but there's backslash.
I can give you a better one. Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. That's the best blackface ever. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
That's true.
Nobody gave a shit.
The dude was so good in that when he took off his makeup, it just didn't seem right anymore.
Yeah. That was the best blackface ever.
Yeah, it was. And he was nominated for an Academy Award for that shit.
He should have won it. Should have won all the Academy Awards for that.
That's fucking hilarious.
That shit was great.
It's funny because they bring issue to it in the film. They're like, like, doing some shit. But he did it surgically. He didn't put, like, paint on his face. He did his...
Didn't he wipe it off at the end?
No, he takes off his head or his hair, and he takes out his contacts, so his blue eyes and his blonde hair.
Yeah, he did have the surgery to have his face darkened.
Yeah, he had his surgery to have his skin darkened to be this African American role. And then
what do you mean, you people?
And then Brandon Johnson, I believe his name. He's like, he confronts him. He's like, dude, he's like, he says the best line. He's like, you're Australian. Be Australian. Excuse me, Kangaroo Jack. And he hops away.
What was the name of the drink or that rap he had in that movie in Tropical Thunder? Like
Booty Sweat.
That's right, Booty Sweat.
So good.
Remember when I watched that movie? Right when that song came on, there was like an old white couple that walked out. I was like, damn.
Dude, one thing did a really good job in the movie. Tom Cruise, like I didn't know that was him until later on.
That shit was funny. He was all fat, hairy arms and shit.
That is my favorite Tom Cruise character. Les, what's his name?
Les Friedman or
something like that. Yeah.
Les Straussman.
Les Grossman.
Grossman. There we go.
Yes, best character. So someone in the chat pointed out that there's been actors who have played people of color before, and
there's been a few of them.
There are a few of them. Usually, from what I've seen, there's usually people that are like mixed or could potentially pass.
Well, there was
or mixed
because Lawrence Fishburne played Perry White in Man of Steel.
Yeah, but that's different. So I think of the example I'm thinking of, like if you watch Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead, there's an actress on the show who's Swedish, but she plays a Hispanic person. She plays a Mexican daughter on the show.
Is it the one chick of that Mexican town?
No, she's from season 1. She's the daughter of the crazy the guy who was like basically a Mexican assassin.
Is she a chef?
No, she's not a chef. That's all bad. But yeah, and then if you've ever seen what's that? There's this movie with Jolene Blaylock where she plays like a half black woman. But if you've ever seen Jolene Blaylock from Star Trek Enterprise, she doesn't look.
Is that 7 of 9?
No, she's T'Pol from Enterprise.
Oh, okay. Who's 7 of 9?
7 of 9 is Jerry Ryan, who's very blonde and white and massive boobs.
But it's funny, kind of jumping back to the Scarlett Johansson thing. I made a comment about like people didn't really complain when who was it? It was John Leguizamo, Wesley Snipes, and somebody else when they played like Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. Mm-hmm. They played cross dressers.
But I thought, they were drag queens, weren't they? Weren't they going to a drag competition though?
Yeah, I guess that's different.
Yeah,
but they normally don't. Well, maybe they do drag on our personal time. So, kind of jump back to the movies. What was you saw Ant-Man, right? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I did.
Well, what did you think about it? Can I get my opinion last week?
It was fun. It's not the greatest. It suffers from a lot of other Marvel movies that the villain. I mean, how do you top Thanos after you've already seen Thanos? I mean, they kind of made the villain like an anti-hero.
But she was hot though.
She is bad, and she's bad in Ready Player One too. She's a fine ass chick.
She's in Ready Player
does
One?
have, she's the one of the main agents searching for them.
I thought that was Rashida Jones.
No, that's her. She has really long. She's what's his name? What's the guy's name in Ready Player One? The main guy who runs IOI.
Sorrento.
She's Sorrento's right hand. There you go. So I'm gonna throw out a very old Star Wars reference. She's basically his Shuri. There you go. But yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp. They have like the villain issue. It is kind of the search for the original Wasp, but it is fun. It is entertaining. It's not the best MCU movie, but I enjoyed it.
Did you get the impression that the woman who played the Wasp in the beginning of the movie, she just didn't look right? Like she.
What do you mean?
Like she looked homely. Like she looked like she
looked like Michelle Pfeiffer from like.
No, not Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm talking about the daughter.
Damn.
Oh, Evangeline Lilly. What about her?
She looked homely. Like she looked bad in the beginning of the movie. Like her hair wasn't done. It was all like kind of fucked up.
I did not get that.
Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
I would bust 2 babies in her. I'm just saying.
Let me see if I can find a picture because she looked so bad. I'm like, why does she even look like that? Like,
I didn't see any issues with Evangeline Lilly. I'm just saying. Even though you said on the cast you would smash Michelle Pfeiffer,
I would.
You know, she's like 60 something.
Don't matter.
I'll bust out one of her hips.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Give her Parkinson's.
Actually, one of my favorite things I thought was about Ghost and how Ghost worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. I thought that was actually pretty dope.
Oh yeah, it's kind of cool. They make reference to that, so that kind of pulls that universe into the. Yeah, she was in Ready Player One.
I told you.
Her name, she was. I can't pronounce this. Chanel Zandor.
Chanel number 5.
This chick was so hot though. Like it was hard for me to even focus because she was so good looking whenever she was on the screen.
I'm gonna try. I keep telling myself I keep needing to go to the movies. I am so backlogged. The Equalizer 2 comes out on Friday.
Oh, really? That's this Friday? Is that the same weekend as? Because I really want to see this new Mission Impossible.
Oh, that looks.
That's this weekend.
It looks so fucking good.
I haven't seen that many.
No, I think it's next.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many trailers from it because.
Really? That's all I see is trailers for that. Actually, I think it is this week.
Every time I see a trailer, it's only in the movie theaters. Like I haven't seen it like on TV.
I see trailers pop up on my Netflix feed or
but then again,
Facebook feed.
Like right now, it's the summertime, so there's actually not that many shows on. So I'm not actually watching.
That's good because I need to catch up on a shit ton of shows.
Yeah,
I need to I actually need to start Legion because y'all keep talking about Legion. I need to watch American Gods.
And you
I know that everybody watched that. I kind of want to watch Glow. I watched Lilo's show, even though we don't talk about it. Is the 100?
Okay.
Because
I need to watch. I think I'm 2 episodes behind on Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's only 10 episodes this first season.
Okay.
I think they're on episode 7. So I think episode 8 airs tomorrow.
Okay.
So I caught up the other day. I caught up when before I left, I think.
It's really good. I really like that.
Yeah, it's actually a lot. I've noticed on Twitter that some of our celebrity friends are liking this show.
Good.
It's actually pretty good. It is interesting. It has some interesting things. I'm waiting to see someone from the Netflix Marvel series pop up on Cloak and Dagger.
Why?
Because they're supposed to be related. That's why.
Who?
Well, it's supposed to be within the MCU.
Yeah, but New Orleans and New York are
very different.
Fucking far places.
They are far apart, but they did.
Like, oh, hey, Matt Murdock, what you doing in
mention
French
on
Quarter?
Luke Cage season 2 that some of the crooks left and went to New Orleans. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not that far fetched that someone will pop up in New Orleans.
I guess
for their new season. Maybe we'll see Jessica Jones on her way back to New York or whatever.
Gotcha.
Who knows? But it's been interesting so far.
I'm starting to. Well, okay, they're in high school, so I can't really say I want to see some titties.
Ooh.
But
well, no,
it's on Freeform.
The girl that is pursuing Cloak.
Oh,
she bad. She bad. She got that voodoo mama.
Oh yeah.
Doing all that voodoo magic and all kinds of stuff. I was like, whoo. And she was wearing that jean skirt doing the voodoo tour and shit.
I looked her up and she was over 18.
She is.
What's that?
She's pretty freaking bad.
So I think I looked her up and she was over 18. I was like, all right.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good,
she
good,
is.
good.
She's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And it's weird to me because she does her voodoo magic, and I'm like, does she know what he can do?
I was confused because she was like, yeah, I think that was the last episode I saw. She was kind of like, I know, or whatever. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So you are about, I think,
I gotta be
now
like
you're 2 episodes.
Yeah,
you're 2 episodes
beside. Yeah.
So, and it's interesting
It
because
was an easy watch. Watch to marathon.
So there's you'll learn that they can do powers together.
It'd be interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it was real interesting.
Because I thought Cloak and Dagger were an actual thing.
Like a couple?
In the comics.
Yeah, I thought that.
In the comics they are, but that's not till way later.
I thought they were like, I thought it was some sort of prom accident.
Married or something.
I thought they were like dating
Their
in
origin,
some sort of prom
their
accident
origin
happened.
is different in the show than in the comics.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure
it's not definitely not the same.
Got it.
But it is kind of interesting.
Have you speaking of comics, I know
Can I finish the rest?
Yeah.
what did you pick up recently at the comic shop and stuff?
Sit up bag in the other room.
Okay.
So
I picked up the X-23.
Oh, I got that one
comic.
last week.
Yeah, I read that. I enjoyed it.
That's fucking good.
I picked up the Spider-Man 800 one. I'm still in the process of reading that. And then there's the new Amazing Spider-Man, I guess, 1. I guess that whole where they're restarting the numbers and everything. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, again. Starting back 1 to 800. And then I picked up the Black Panther variant cover with the Oakland. And I read one of them. One of them I was like, I'm not going to touch.
Okay, cool. Because I was going to say, if you're going to read them, just buy the normal one.
Okay, yeah.
It's a good read.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was kind of confused because I was like, I'm just jumping right in the middle of stuff, so I was kind of confused on everything.
No, it's number 1. So it's like it's a brand new storyline.
Okay. I was thinking there was some stuff going on previously.
No.
Right.
Wait, Conan, a quick question. Is that a chopstick or is it a glue stick? That's a fucking big ass fucking.
Oh, it's actually fucking chapstick.
Damn, that's fucking huge, dude.
Yeah, it's like this
It
crazy.
looks like paste.
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks like a glue stick.
it's chapstick.
from the black lips.
You already know, like the Nivea moisturizer lip care is the best one.
So that's what I picked up, and I picked up the variant cover for Spider-Man 1. It's got like the lizard and all kinds of stuff in it. And that story was really, really, really good. I love the artwork on it. I cannot think of the guy's name.
Yeah, have you read the new Bendis Superman comics?
No.
They're actually really good.
Okay.
Got me back into Superman. It's finally on my real pull now.
Okay.
Because usually I'm like, I'll pick ones here and there. Like when it was around like the 1000s, I bought them, and I was like, meh. But now Bendis is on some shit. There's a new villain, and then his son leaves with Clark's dad, who everyone thought was dead. So he's like him and Lois. Like,
Wait,
just
Jonathan?
left him in the wind.
Jonathan Kent or Zor-El?
Zor-El took Jonathan, and what's her name? Jesus Christ.
Supergirl?
No.
Lois?
Oh.
And they're like on common ground. They didn't just like steal him. They agreed to go with him to help Jonathan out to learn his Kryptonian side and like learn about the universe and stuff. So he's like they both left, and now Superman is left to like fight some crazy new villain named Ragal Zul or something like that. It's the person who actually destroyed Krypton.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a person that destroyed Krypton, not some fucking crazy natural disaster.
You know, I need to catch up on Krypton too, because I haven't watched that since we did.
Oh shit, I forgot about that show.
I watched a few of them. They get better.
Oh my god. It started out pretty fucking strong. We were watching it at WonderCon, and I was like, dude, this looks actually pretty fucking good. They finally did Brainiac right.
Yeah.
So
Well, speaking of Brainiac, I saw that some of you were talking about him earlier. Kevin Calvin, is that how you say his last name? He wants to try to get Brainiac in Man of Steel 2, which would be kind of cool to see.
That would be cool. He's a great villain. Mm-hmm. Yeah, instead of just Lex Luthor all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, it's either Lex or Zod every time.
Yeah. I mean, we have Dooms, like the real Doomsday is fucking terrifying. You know, Brainiac is great. There's a bunch of other, like, he's got a decent rogues gallery.
I like that that DC animated universe is redoing the Doomsday story for Superman, because the first one they released was kind of watered down, and this one they're actually doing the one from the comic.
Whoa. You talking about the one with the Deaths of Superman with the animated movie? That wasn't that watered down. That was actually
Compared to the book?
Well, the difference in the animated one is they don't show Doomsday kill the other heroes. They focus on Doomsday and Superman battling.
But they don't show like Doomsday killing Superman. They just
kill each other.
Yeah, but like they don't go into details like they do in the comic book with the whole fight scene.
Well, yeah, but I mean the movie only has a certain amount of time because it's a lot of money to do. Goddamn.
But they're redoing it.
Yeah, I know they're doing the Deaths of Superman again.
Yeah.
But still, the ones that they did before I think was actually really fucking good. So, well, actually, no, not really fucking good. It was good.
Like the way when they brought Superman back, like they didn't go into like
they skipped over. They skipped over that.
They didn't do those different Supermans that
because it literally kind of ends when he comes back. It kind of ends where him and Lois are like hugging and shit. So, yeah, but we'll see what happens when they do this one. So this one comes out in the next couple months.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So we got some B then BTI questions, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. So Derek was asking, who wins between Denzel Washington in The Equalizer and John Wick?
Wick.
I'm Wick all fucking day.
Yeah, I'm saying John Wick.
I mean, I love The Equalizer, but yeah, Wick all day.
Equalizer's a little old.
I'm going John Wick too, because John Wick, he double taps. Like he makes sure it's fucking bad. Yeah.
Everybody.
Probably Jaeger.
I should have called that movie Double Tap. It's like, in case you're not dead, now you are.
Yeah.
Plus he had prep time.
God dang.
All right,
John Wick does have prep time.
Next up, this is from Blue. So why don't you say it?
Kind of jumping back to the John Wick thing.
Sure.
Who do you think will win between oh fuck, I forgot who the other assassin is. No, actually, never mind.
Well, I was gonna say John Wick didn't really prep. He just was like, all right, I'm pissed now. Let me dig up my guns.
Yeah.
Where in the Equalizer,
no,
he prepped.
No, he prepped.
Because where does he go to prep? He goes to the hotel.
He got new guns.
He has someone coach him through everything, like his suit.
Well, I'm thinking like prep time in terms of like Denzel rigged up the Home Depot with booby traps and all kinds of crazy shit. So I sort of thought
That's prep time too.
yeah.
Oh, hold on. So Cholula Comics, what's going on? He's here locally.
Ooh,
he's
Man
asking
on
what
Fire.
about Denzel from Man on Fire?
Oh, I remember that one.
Dude, he was.
I'm still.
Wait,
going with
I get
John
Man
Wick.
of Fire mixed up with Out of Time.
No, I know Man of, because it had that little blonde girl.
It had Dakota Fanning.
Yeah, I'm still going with John Wick.
But he took that bomb in that dude's ass and just.
I thought
He
that
did, but at the end he
did.
died.
Yeah, he died.
So. Man on Fire is a good fucking movie.
Yeah,
If y'all
it was
haven't
Out of
watched it,
Time is
watch
the one where he's
That movie
with
made me fucking
the hot
cry.
chick.
Not Out of Time, Man on Fire.
I'm trying to get what? Okay, that was with the Colombian chick that got kidnapped, and
Yeah.
J Lo's ex-husband was in that,
Yeah. He's
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mark Anthony.
and then
Yeah.
the sexy Eva Mendes was in Out of Time. Is that right? Where him and her were like cops, and he was doing some dirty shit.
No, that was that King Kong ain't got nothing
No,
on me.
that's no.
The trainer, yeah. Is
She's
she
also in that, but
Oh,
she
okay.
plays like the other cop. In,
Oh yeah, I know you. Yeah, let me see if I can find it
I
real quick.
think because he's like in Miami and all kinds of craziness. It wasn't all that great of a movie.
Oh no, it was it was the one where he plays like a drug dealer, right? Like
Yeah.
American Gangsters.
No.
American Gangster was great too.
Yeah,
That's really good.
But
Man on Fire
He's
is
like, I
fucking
wish
dope.
I had more time.
Yeah, that's Man on Fire.
That's on Man on Fire. Okay,
Yeah.
but I thought there was a movie where
And then he
at the
blew him
time.
up, asshole first,
Yeah,
with the condom full of explosives.
he dies in that one.
He does.
Didn't be dying pretty often for
Well-
being like a.
Well, his thing is if he has to play a bad guy, or someone has to do like really bad things, or like fucked up things, he has to die at the end. That's like one of his clauses.
Does he die in Book of Eli?
Wait,
Yeah,
good guy.
Pretty much.
after he tells like the entire Bible. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's like dying, so he has to. They thought they lose it, so he memorized it, so he dishes it out before he dies. So yeah.
Doesn't Denzel have a thing where he doesn't do sequels?
Yes, this is his first sequel.
So Equalizer 2 is his first
Equalizer 2 will be his
Okay.
very first sequel, which is going to be weird.
I'm trying to think of. There's another.
They didn't do Malcolm X too. I'm just. Kidding. I'm just kidding. Then it's fucking.
Yeah.
Get your hand out my pocket.
Yeah.
Your hand in my pocket.
More Malcolm X-y.
I never died. It was just a flesh wound.
I wonder if the logo would have been just like an X and a 2.
If they made like Malcolm X 2, that would be the height of fucking Hollywood.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Where he like comes down on a fucking shark
Oh
with
my
fucking
God.
rockets and fucking.
Maybe like a different timeline or some
Yeah,
shit.
it should be fucking crazy. What the fuck?
Anyway, Blue, what was your Be the Meat Tag question?
All right, so my question is, what is something that isn't around from your childhood that you would like to see again? And I'm gonna give an example. So when the Sweetness and I were going down to LA, like we stopped at like a rest stop, and I had to go to the bathroom, and they had the fucking urinals that go all the way down to the floor, and I was like super fucking excited to piss on this goddamn thing. I don't know why, but I was like the nostalgia of it, like I was like super happy about it. So what's something from your childhood
Somewhere
that
I've
isn't around?
been that had that.
See, I miss my innocence. I miss not having depression. That'd be fucking great.
Working.
When I was a kid.
Something that was around.
Toys R Us.
I think maybe.
Arcades. I fucking miss arcades like
yeah.
a motherfucker. I used to be an arcade fucking fiend.
Yeah, there's
Did-
very, very few
Did
arcades.
you even have my Great American anymore? I haven't been a Great American in fucking years.
I
I
don't
did.
think so.
Golfland still has.
I used to get my
arcades.
comics from 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah.
That was something I used
forgot
to,
about that.
Yeah, I used to
7-Eleven
be able
and
to ride
Toys
my
R Us.
bike over
I
there, pay
remember playing arcade
$1.50.
games there too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Oh,
the first time I
yeah.
played Street Fighter.
They used to have
Oh, yeah.
arcade games, like at least one pinball machine too.
Dude, there's this game. It's actually super hard to find, even as an emulated game. It's called Airbusters. That game, I used to play. I probably spent like probably hundreds of dollars on that goddamn game, even though I beat it. But it was a cool side-scrolling two-player like wannabe R-Type game. But it was like it was 2 players and it was great.
I used to love R-Type. They need to make a new one of those. That hasn't been rebooted in a long time.
No, it's been a minute. I think there's an R like on the PlayStation and on Xbox. You can get like an old arcade version.
Well, if you play, what was it? God damn it, I can't remember.
Airbus
It
was a
fucking
good game.
slipped out of my mind. But there's like a side-scroller game that came out with a PS4 when it first launched. It was called like Ray something.
It's not rated, right? No.
No,
Is it like a shooting game or is it?
damn it.
Resogun?
Oh no.
Resogun.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That is a side-scroller,
Yeah.
like traditional side-scroller that went like around the globe. And there was one before that by the same company.
You said Super Stardust or something?
Yeah, Super Stardust Ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah, or any Super Stardust. Those are all like basically like the same style, but it's updated.
Dude, I have some old art. Like I have Golden Axe and fucking like.
I forgot about Golden Axe.
Golden Axe is like one of the very few 3-player games that you can fucking play. It's fucking awesome. Love that game.
Remember Altered Beast? Oh
Yes,
my god, I fucking
Ultimate
love that
Beast is
game.
fucking dope.
So,
Rise from your grave.
I have Alter Beast on my my RetroPie, and I play with the Gaming Genie on because I played the game, but I don't think I ever passed the fucking first level because I remember they had it in arcade, and arcade version was kind of fucking hard. But yeah, I played it with a cheat on, and I got to the end, and the game was just okay.
Yeah.
Dude, the game's fun. I just liked when you can turn into a dragon at the end. That's
Yeah,
the best part. Best part.
You know what's funny is that I don't know if you knew that Lola was out here like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So we hung out, and she was saying how when we went to Great America, I would always stay in the arcade for like forever.
Yes.
You're always in arcade.
Yeah, I wasn't there forever.
So this other Ask Beat and BTI question is from me. So this is.
Well, I'm surprised you gave yourself a limit on there.
You know what? Anyway.
I thought we had this question before.
No, I don't think so.
Go ahead.
All right. So Ready Player One will be out on home video.
No, it's out already.
Is it out?
Or maybe it's out digitally.
I think it's out. Yeah, it might be out digitally. I don't think you can get it Blu-ray until next week. But in the book, the main character had a base with a couple of ships.
I guess
like
we did have this question.
I thought so.
I don't remember this question. But if you could have a virtual base, where would it be? Or which fictional ships would you have? Limit 5 ships.
You mean by base, like geographically, or
mine would be the Batcave. That's already fucking guaranteed.
On Earth.
Yeah.
Aura F.
But actually, I liked the way he had it in the book. Like I like how he had like an asteroid and floated in space, and that was his fucking base. I thought that was fucking dope. So I would kind of piggyback on him or do that too.
I would have the Borg cube.
Oh, that's actually really nice.
Just saying, that would be my little army too.
Yeah, because it's like self-healing. They would heal. Unless you got severely fucked up, you would just have to stop. And then heal.
That'd be good.
That'd be fucking.
And then for a ship, I would pick. Well, this is the thing was that we picked ships before, and I picked the ship from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay.
And then also from Akira, the bike from Akira.
Okay, yeah. That part we did.
I'm gonna read through mine. So I'm actually gonna choose the globe planet from the Star Trek Beyond, the recent movie that came out where they fly into that like planet that's like an upside down planet thing. That
wasn't a star base?
Was it Williamsburg or something like that? There was a name for it.
It's a base. This is a star base, isn't it?
I don't think it's a base. I think it's like a city.
No,
pretty sure it's a star base.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a base. I'll have that. My ship would be the ship from Outlaw Star. And I would also have I would have the DeLorean from Back to the Future 2, the one that flies. And I would also have another ship. I think I was what's the name of what's the name of that ship?
Oh, it's Yorktown. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Yorktown. Yeah. That was fucking dope.
That was weird. It's like a giant space globe.
I cannot. I'm drawing.
You're blanking?
Blanks. Yeah. I'm.
PSAs. Fucking wild dog. Shit back in the day. They were PSAs.
Yeah. Oh, public service announcements.
Yeah.
No, just half the battle.
I like. Well, those are fun.
So I would say my base would be the Death Star.
Okay. Which one? There's like 50 of them now.
The first Death Star.
All right.
And
that was the smallest one.
Yeah, I'd have the but the second one wasn't completed. So, and then there's our Star Killer, but I don't like the cold, so I'll be on Death Star. And I would definitely have like an X-wing, Millennium Falcon, but I would probably have like a Veritech for sure.
That'd be dope. Yeah.
I would definitely have a Veritech. Stitch is lost.
Yeah.
I see this blank.
I'm
stare.
deep in my.
I didn't watch Star Wars. I don't got no imagination.
Yeah. Did you watch Star Trek?
I was gonna pick like the Iron Islands, I think, from like Game of Thrones.
Oh,
okay.
That's why I was thinking. I was like, you know what? Okay, that would work. Or I was sort of processing every sort of like really good location or whatever, because King's Landing is whatever. But I'm trying to think of where the Iron Bank is and everything.
Oh, I don't think we've seen the Iron Bank once.
Yeah, because you sail through that dude's between his legs.
Yeah.
And he's like posted up on the thing. And ship-wise, I have no fucking idea.
Weren't you the one who said Firefly? Or was that Prodigy?
Nah.
The Firefly ship? No?
Serenity. Yeah, the biggest.
Wonder Woman's invisible jet. I don't know.
God damn. Didn't you don't watch Star Trek?
No.
Are you not a sci-fi guy?
I mean, I watch it, but I'm not deep in the lore.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh
Where
shit!
I can
I forgot.
just name stuff off the top of my head.
I'd probably have the Normandy as well from Mass Effect.
You know what's crazy? I've been going through like Isaac Asimov's like whole like sci-fi books and shit.
Dude, that dude's great, but he's kind of an asshole.
I haven't met the asshole part of him yet. Obviously he's dead, but
Yeah.
iRobot, the movie that came out. What the fuck? When somebody talks about how they fucked up a movie, everybody brings up Aragon. Why don't they bring up iRobot? Like, what the fuck? Like,
iRobot's completely.
I gotta
like,
You talking about the movie with Will Smith?
oh yeah,
it's
so
not.
first of all, Will Smith, that character was not in the books.
Yeah, so it's. I think I believe. I'm not 100%, but I believe this is based off the idea of the book because they loosely base it because they just take it and they totally run with it.
Yeah, but the problem is that Calvin, the girl, that's really the main character in the book. So iRobot is actually a collection of short stories that Asimov wrote.
Fuck, I remember.
And it was just like Calvin was literally the main character, and it was her recounting stories that she had about robots when she was younger. Because she tells the stories and she's like 70 something, and then she's recounting stories when she was like way younger. And there was no character like Will Smith was ever in any of those stories.
You know what's
not even close.
You know what's funny is that when the term robot was actually introduced to the world, it's introduced in a play.
I thought it was a book.
No, it's a play. In the play, Isaac saw the play and he shit all over the fucking play. He says the only thing good about that play is that it introduced the word robot to the world.
Well, the weird thing is, like, so when I read his books, like listened to his books anyway, audiobook. And so the first like books that I listened from him was The Foundation, and so I didn't know that the vast majority of his books are all connected, and so I listened to The Foundation, which is like way in the fucking future, but it's connected to like iRobot, which is like not that far from now, and so but in The Foundation, like later in the books, like talk about robots, and people are like, what the fuck is a robot? Like they don't even know what the fuck they are. They're like, what is a robot? Like what do they do? But then you go back to iRobot and you can see like his like, for lack of a better term, like the foundation of all of his stories based upon these short stories, and then he just like expands upon them way later. I've never seen any author have like world building like that, like go from like Earth into like basically the galaxy and like kind of like the universe and expanding upon that. And then he died. And I was like, fuck, I wish there was like at the end of The Foundation was like his last books. I wish he had more.
I think the one that might predate him is Edgar Rice Burroughs, because he kind of built Mars on the limited knowledge that they had about Mars, like all this postulate that they had about Mars at the time, and he built this whole like civilization about it.
So Isaac did the same thing. Like he had in The Foundation, like his later books, they try to find Earth, and end up going like Alpha Centauri, and so that's called New Earth. But they're trying to find like the actual Earth.
You know what's funny? That sounds exactly like Battlestar.
Yeah.
When they find Earth and it's all fucked up, and they're all
Well, yeah, it's irradiated.
yeah, that's fucking fucked up.
That's
Can
good books.
I jump back to the BDI question about the Ready Player One thing?
No.
I would also have the ship from fucking from The Last Navigator, that silver peanut looking ship, and the way it would fucking transform into that sleek ass thing, and then also would have the
You mean Flight of the Navigator?
yeah, that movie.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
I thought it was
shit.
called The Last Navigator, but it might be The Flight Navigator. But
Yeah,
then also
because I thought you were talking about The Last Starfighter.
no.
Different
But then I also would have the blue car from F-Zero on the Nintendo.
Oh shit!
Falcon's car.
Yeah, that fucking car is bad. I thought
Captain
you liked that
Falcon's car. Yeah, I love that car. I used to always play as Captain Falcon.
Didn't they bring that game back? Isn't it available on the Switch?
They did. There was a couple of games that came out after.
There's one on the Switch.
I thought so.
I don't think it's not on the Switch.
Yeah.
They might bring it back. Hopefully they do.
Yeah. I know that he's popular in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Should you round table it up or?
We can roundtable it up.
Go.
Blue take us out.
All right, Stitch, what you got going on this weekend?
This weekend, actually going to Catalina for the Catalina wine mixer down there. It's a real place for those that have seen the movie Step Brothers, where Will Ferrell has his chance to redeem his embarrassing from embarrassing his family. That little island off the coast of California. We're driving down to San Pedro, then we're taking a ferry out there. It's like an hour, 15-minute ferry to get out there, and it's an island. You rent like golf carts, and you can go up to the little mountain area. They have like a sort of like a cutout cove where all the beaches and stuff like that. So we got a hotel for the weekend out there to just relax and
Quick fun fact about that island: like there's probably about 3 cars on a whole entire island. Like everything else is golf carts, but some people fix up their golf carts to to make them look like fucking like legit. Like there's one golf cart that looks like a tow truck. There's one that has like spinners and rims on it. Like it looks like an Escalade. But yeah, there's some interesting go-karts out there.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that. Pretty excited. Gonna be driving out there Friday morning-ish and hopefully not hit too much SoCal traffic, but that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other than that, I went to Giants game last weekend. Got to sit in the Gotham Club, which was amazing. It's this sort of
Batman there?
No, Batman was not there. But it was very Batman-esque, like where you get in. I was able to order and drink my own old fashioned. I didn't die because I'm not a whiskey guy, but it was very smooth. The ice cube was an actual it was pressed so it looked like a baseball where it had like the little seams on it and everything.
Oh, that's cool. So did they have like the copper thing where they take a block 5, stick it in there, and it like slowly crushes it?
I think that's how they did it. I was so busy taking everything in, I didn't actually see where the ice ball came from.
Oh, that's dope.
But it was legit.
You need to come out to another whiskey and cigar night.
I think I gotta find out which whiskey it was that I had, but it was really smooth and everything. Because brown liquor fucks me up so
whatever
bad.
you had, I can guarantee you, John from Love and Warren.
Yeah. The whiskeys, the Japanese whiskey.
Oh my God,
it's good.
He brought this strong ass whiskey that fucked me up.
Yeah, I start seeing triple and getting off at Bart in Pittsburgh. Yeah,
Pittsburgh when they go to Pleasanton.
Yeah,
I've done that about
last stop Pittsburgh. I'm like, what the fuck?
All of a sudden, you're the hobo shitting on Bart train.
Yeah, but it was really fun. Great game. It ended up being like a walk off at like the 9th inning, or actually the 14th inning. So it was really good, exciting. Had an absolute blast. And then I'll actually, without saying too much, I will be sort of a gun owner.
That
soon.
sounds like you said enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, without going
License?
into the.
What are you thinking about getting?
It most likely will be a SIG P320, and I'm trying to decide if it's going to be full size, compact, or carry. Because I have the.
Probably do carry.
I'm thinking carry. Everyone says, I guess, with the full size, your accuracy, I guess, is the longer the barrel, I guess, the more accurate it's supposed to be. But
Is that Dirty Harry's gun?
no, that's he had like a 45. That's like the gun that Joker pulled out to shot down the back.
Well, he had a 44 Magnum, which I actually used to own, and those are the guns where you have to hit them once, and that's it. You're like, it's a hand cannon.
Yeah, it's just
that gun was fucking heavy as hell.
It'll like stop a engine.
Yeah, damn ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, Kronos, what you got popping off this weekend?
I am packing because I'm going to move in the next 2 weeks. And thus the Infinity Base will move in the next 2 weeks. So you're going to see this podcast happening from a fucking garage for probably a month until we get the Infinity Base built.
I could probably bring, because I have lights similar to the ones we have here that have like extra light in there if you need it.
We might need extra lighting.
Yeah.
Because, the garage has okay lighting, but yeah, obviously we need more.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get to see what I drive, some of what I drive and what I ride. So, because it's obviously my garage. So
you should print out our logo and like put it on your license plates whenever we podcast. Yeah. So nobody knows. Somebody come stalk you.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm looking forward to my oldest daughter. She's going to pass her Academy of Arts University for San Francisco pretty soon. So I get to see her like all her sculptures and her architecture shit. So that's gonna be awesome.
Oh, sweet, dude. Is there gonna have like an open event for that, or?
Yeah, it's on the 20th. If you want to come.
Yeah, dude, I'll come out.
Yeah.
All right, O Ninja, what you got crack-a-lacking?
So, like Stitch, I'm going to the A's and Giants game this weekend. So, we'll be on the opposite side of the bay this time. So, it should be interesting, fun times. I think Mission Impossible's coming out this weekend. So, I'm probably going to check that out. Now that Prodigy's down in San Diego, probably not going to Twitch out any games this week, but I'll probably try to do some solo stuff. Then I'll put that out there, and it's kind of about it for now. But I'm looking forward to seeing all the craziness from San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. Blue.
I was looking up to see when Mission Impossible comes out on the 27th.
Okay.
So yeah, this weekend, actually tomorrow, I'm leaving down to go meet up with Prodigy for San Diego Comic Con. This is gonna be my first time going. I'm super fucking excited. The lineup that we have so far for San Diego Comic-Con is like legit. So this little sneak peek, we're gonna be interviewing. Hopefully, it's been confirmed, but hopefully you can make it. But we're gonna be interviewing the cast of Voltron on Netflix. There's a new Mega Man animation that's coming out, which I'm super fucking excited about. There's so much fucking shit that we've been getting email for about press stuff that's ridiculous. So there's a show called Mr. Mercedes that I talked about that I think is gonna be amazing. They have a cool VR experience, so I'm gonna go check that out. But like, I'm super fucking excited about this. So, Ninja, kick us out.
So check us out online at BThanBTI. That's BTHANBTI. Check out on our Facebook. Our official website is binheadproductions.com/BThanBTI. Check us out on Instagram and with BThanBTI. You can look up Black and Black Times Infinity will show up. Player FM, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, BThanBTI. We're all over that stuff.
Pretty anywhere you listen to your podcast, we're there.
Pretty much. Apple Podcasts, look us up on there, rate us, give us 5 stars. Yeah.
Leave a comment. We got to do that pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of N-word stuff in there.
No, it's not actually.
Oh,
Not on iTunes.
there we go. Dodge a couple bullets. Yeah,
Are we out this week?
we are. They didn't do it though.